personnel-wise, skill-wise, we match up with anybody in the country. I'm not just saying that. You know that. So it's going to be about toughness, first to the floor, 50-50 basketballs, all those things that we've shown in the last 2 weeks. But this is a different level.
This Houston team, as I mentioned, veteran, and maybe different than some of the Houston teams in recent history. They've got 3 guys who can really shoot it, Mo. I mean, L.J. Cryer, we saw him. He was at Baylor, played against in the championship game during the COVID year in Indianapolis. So he's been around for 5 years, but he can shoot it. Emmanuel Sharp can shoot it. Milos Uzan can also shoot the basketball, guys. Those guys are all 42% or better. So while you're worried about all their toughness and physicality, you also have to make sure that none of those 3 guys really gets rolling.
Well, I think they probably looked at themselves in the mirror in the last couple of years, saying, "Okay, what do we have to do to kind of try to get over that hump?" Is 3-point shooting is something that allows you to blow teams out, but then understand if you're making it higher up in a league, you got to have some good guard play. So in years past, it was like, okay, if you could weather the defense and get to 65, 70, you have a chance. Mm-hmm. This team can shoot the ball as well, so I wouldn't be surprised. I know you just talked about their 3-point shooting ability, but maybe we go with that 1-2-2 and mix it up just to maybe have them take some early ones or space out defensively, make them throw inside. Hey, let you guys maybe score a couple with a hand, a wall up and a body inside. But our guys, Graham Ike, Braden Huff, Mike, Ajayi, Ben Gray, cannot get in foul trouble rebounding-wise. It just can't happen, or it's going to be really tough.
Yeah, this Houston team scores 74.3 points a game. They allow just 58. Mo talked about trying to get to a number, and I think the one that will kind of follow, they're 1-4 in games where they've allowed 70 or more points. So if you can get out and run with them a little bit and get them at your pace, which Coach Few always tries to do, that's great. But then how about this stat? 21 of their 35 games this year, they have held their opponents under 60.
It's crazy number, especially being in the Big 12. So, I mean, I'm going to keep stressing, we're going to talk about during the game, there's going to be some situations where they're going to run and jump you, kind of like an AAU basketball game, if you're listening and understand, like just, play scramble ball. The first pass, first side might be your best shot you're going to get. So there might be some where you and I roll our eyes, but that's the best shot you're going to get. And if you can knock those down, obviously you change the complexion defensively. But I think Coach Few understands that, like, hey, we have to get out and run. We can't take terrible shots, but sometimes, like I said, that first side, because if you watch them, they do what we did probably with that BC Rui crew that was really good defensively. They peel switch on everything. So all your actions, you can't run out to 25 feet. What they remind me of defensively, just to give everybody a comparison, was that UConn team we played a couple years ago. I know everybody's like, oh my God, but remember we couldn't even get the ball across 25 feet before we entered our offense because they switched every action. They play similar.
So it's Houston, the number 1 seed in the Midwest, and the 8th-seeded Zags. We're going to take a quick break. We'll hear from Bulldogs head coach Mark Few right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Every year, the crowds go crazy for the Cal Triple Play of the Day, where you can get tricked-out cool trucks or sporty SUVs just in time for winter. And this week, you can delay all payments until next year. Get a minimum $2,000 trade-in value for your old ride, plus get a 2-year service maintenance program with every vehicle sold, which is a triple play opportunity this week at both Cal locations.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
Hear that? The soothing sounds of a bubble bath. And if you were here, you'd smell a single cedar leaf candle. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. So if you ride, get back on the road and enjoy 24/7 roadside assistance from Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. And then take a shower, because it's fast, like your motorcycle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Roadside assistance may require comprehensive coverage. Not available in all states.
Hey, we're back now on the pregame show with Bulldogs head coach Mark Few. Mark, fantastic effort, great shot making. You did a lot of really good things against Georgia the other night.
We really did. I mean, we probably played our best game of the year and on the most important stage and most important night, and it was great to see. It's great to see when your guys, seize the moment and put everything together and play their best, in big times like that. And everybody that stepped on the floor really was a huge part of getting us the victory.
How about those perimeter guys getting going? I mean, Nolan shot that first one, looked good coming out, and he was obviously confident. And obviously, KB in his first game was really good too. Yeah, and again, we've talked about this. I've said it forever, man. When you make shots, it covers up a lot of other things, and when you don't, then the game gets harder, and you got to find other ways to win. But we were making shots, but we were also playing really proactive defense. We were making plays on the defensive end. We were hitting all our coverages and frustrated them, I think, with our defense. And Mark, tonight it's as big a challenge as you'll see. I mean, this is a physical team. We've talked about it. It looks like a little more skilled maybe than they have been in the past. Some guys that can shoot it, but a heck of a test tonight. Yeah, it really is. I mean, these guys have been on a heck of a run these last couple of years, and just, I don't know what they've won 19 in a row or something, or a lot in a row, and go 19-1 in the Big 12. And just the style that they play, the athletes that they have out there on the floor, by far and away. I mean, I can't remember over the years an aggressive team that we've played like this, especially on the glass, and then just how they trap the posts and trap the ball screens. And ironically, those are the two things we do better than anybody. Is our posts are good, and we throw it into them, and we run a lot of ball screens because we got a great point guard. So it's going to be a real challenge there. It's not going to be a pretty game. We got to relish enjoy every moment of being in the muck and just get it done and channel our toughest being of ourselves, and then we'll be fine. All right, Coach, thanks a lot. Yep. Quick break, back right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Anyone who works for themselves has the toughest boss on the planet. A real taskmaster with no respect for nights or weekends. Still, it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Wheatland Bank makes running a business seamless with a careful mix of personal service, deep resources, and the latest tech. After all, you're only human. Unlike that bully whose name's on the door, your 5-star Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student-athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student-athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
We are about 20 minutes or so away from tip-off between Gonzaga and Houston in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Welcome inside the Learfield Network studios. Matt Schweiker with you here this evening. Let's take a look at that out-of-town scoreboard. It has been a busy day across the NCAA tournament. Some big games going on today. We've got one game in action, and it is the number 1 overall seed Auburn getting a good test from the 9 seed Creighton. The Tigers currently have a 45-42 lead in that ball game. Chad Baker-Mazzara leading the way for Auburn so far in this one. He's got 12 points. Janai Broome been held to just 4 points on 2 of 9 from the field. For the Blue Jays, it's Jackson McAndrew with 12 and Stephen Ashworth with 11. McAndrew and Ashworth a combined 7 of 10 from 3 for Creighton. Final scores from earlier today
perhaps the biggest shock of the tournament so far. Arkansas defeated a 10 seed. They defeated the 2nd seed St. John's in the West region 75-66. John Calipari gets to the Sweet 16 in his first year with the Razorbacks. Carter Knox with 15 points for Arkansas. Billy Richmond III with 16 off the bench. And it was Ejiofor leading the way for the Red Storm. He had 23 points. And R.J. Lewis Jr., the Big East Player of the Year, struggled mightily in this one. Just 9 points, 3 of 17 from the floor. The game just before ours in Wichita, it was the 3 seed Texas Tech taking down the 11 seed Drake 77-64. And leading the way for the Red Raiders, it was Darian Williams with 28, J.T. Toppin with 25. Purdue defeated McNeese 76-62. And then one of the heavyweight tilts of the day just went final a little bit ago. The 5 seed Michigan beats the 4 seed Texas A&M in the South region 91-79. The Wolverines come away with the win. Vlad Golden 23 points, 12 rebounds for Michigan, and Roddy Gale Jr. with 26 off the bench for Michigan. Games still to come in the tournament today. We've got one that'll tip in just a couple of minutes, the 3 seed Wisconsin and the 6 seed BYU in the East region. And then tipping off at 6:40 Pacific time, it'll be the 2 seed Tennessee and the 7 seed UCLA. That game in Lexington in the Midwest region. Once again, we are maybe about 20 minutes away from tip-off between Gonzaga and Houston. We'll take another break and come back, and our pregame coverage will continue next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
At Western National Insurance, we're passionate about the power of nice. That's because nice isn't just a word. It's our way of doing business. It's about surpassing expectations, bringing kindness and decency to our work, and providing a helping hand when you need it most. And we've been putting nice first for more than a century. Find out just how powerful nice can be. Contact your independent insurance agent today and ask for Western National.
Close your eyes and imagine eating surf and turf at the fanciest steakhouse you've ever been to. Smell the beef, the fish, the cheddar sauce. Oh, there's no cheddar sauce at your imaginary steakhouse? Then open your eyes and head to Arby's. Get a beef and cheddar, fish and cheddar, or crispy fish. 2 for just $6.99. It's even better than you ever imagined. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
How close can you get with Verizon Access? Front row close. Red carpet close. Backstage passes close. Playing quarterback for your favorite NFL team close. Okay, not that close. But watching from the sidelines close? You bet. Get into the experiences you love, like concerts, games, and exclusive pre-sales, just for being a Verizon customer. Verizon Access. You're in. Learn more at verizon.com/access.
It's time for Home Team Rewards. Zag fans, get your Bulldog branded ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card, the only card where you can earn rewards for everyday purchases while giving back to Gonzaga University. Choose from a Visa Rewards card with a lower rate or a Premier Rewards card with maximum rewards. With no annual fees, card control, and next-level security, you can spend smart from tap to app. Zags, rejoice! Find your card at iccu.com/GoZags on approved credit.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield.
Great to be able to compete against the highest level teams out there and just see where you're at.
Stromer out top. He'll shoot a 3 for the lead. And hit! Dusty Stromer from straight away for Greg. Right side 3 for Ben. Why not? Ben Greg.
Gonzaga basketball is on the air. Welcome to the Northern Quest Resort and Casino pregame show. Now let's go courtside. Alongside Adam Morrison, here's the voice of the Zags, Tom Hudson.
In the last 8 years, Gonzaga has won 239 basketball games. Same story for their opponent here today, the University of Houston Cougars, and that is the most by any programs in NCAA basketball. The showdown of two of the hottest teams in the country right now, and two teams who have done it as well as anybody over the last decade. Gonzaga comes in here having won 10 of its last 11 contests. Meanwhile, Houston has won 14 in a row as the number one seed in the Midwest. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you. How did the Zags get here? Well, Mo, they got here with a just dominating performance against Georgia out of the SEC. They took all of the suspense out of that thing early on Thursday.
Yeah, it was terrific. Our defense early was fantastic. We flew around on that end of the floor, then we shot the ball extremely well, led by Nolan Hickman with first half three-pointers.
And Nolan Hickman giving the Bulldogs an early lead. They would race out to a 13-0 lead. Nolan hit the first three of the game and then kept on shooting. 4 in the first half, 5 total on his way to an 18-point performance. Over to Nembhard. Nembhard to the right side, bounces on the baseline to Greg. Kick out to Hickman, fires a deep three and makes another one. Second of the first half for Nolan Hickman. 18-3, Zags on top.
Good spray out on that pass by Ben Gregg right there. Threw him open.
Mo, it was great. We talked to Nolan after the game. He said, you know what, I woke up feeling good. It felt good when I was warming up. Hopefully it's feeling good again today. Hopefully got another good night's sleep. Zags are going to need some long-range shooting today.
Yeah, he was terrific. 5 of 6, 18 points. He's got to shoot the ball well. Caleb Battle's got to shoot the ball well. Nembhard, all of our perimeter guys.
KB ends up going for 24 to lead the way for Gonzaga in his first ever tournament game. He hit 4 of 7 threes in the contest. Braden Huff, his second straight start, had 18. We'll see Braden in the starting lineup again tonight. We've got a quick break here in Wichita. Back after this, you're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Living a healthy, happy life is built on a foundation of good habits, wholesome foods, plenty of sleep, regular exercise, and for women, a breast cancer risk assessment by age 25, and annual screening mammograms beginning at 40. Our convenient Spokane area locations make scheduling your mammogram easy. Schedule your exam today. Call 509-455-4455 or visit www.inlandimaging.com/appointments.
At Papa Murphy's, dinner's easy and delicious. We make it fresh, scratch-made dough, hand-chopped veggies, so you can bake it at home. Hot, fresh, and perfect every time. Try the Cowboy Pizza tonight for just $12.99. Order now at papamurphys.com. Change the way you pizza. At Papa Murphy's, dinner's easy and delicious. We make it fresh, scratch-made dough, hand-chopped veggies, so you can bake it at home. Hot, fresh, and perfect every time. Try the Cowboy Pizza tonight for just $12.99. Order now at papamurphys.com. Change the way you pizza.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
Next time you visit Northern Quest, we suggest bringing your sea legs and your lead foot. It's the $100,000 Ben's Voyage giveaway. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card, and you could win a cruise line adventure or a brand new Mercedes GLC 300 with an inline 4 turbo, tax and licensing included. Speeding tickets are on you, though. The Ben's Voyage giveaway, grand prize drawing March 31st. Details at northernquest.com.
Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Services is proud to sponsor Gonzaga Athletics. When it comes to your home or business, you deserve fast, reliable service, and that's exactly what you'll get. Our team is committed to delivering 5-star service with upfront pricing and free quotes on every job, so there's no surprises. Got a plumbing emergency? Don't wait. Call Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today at 509-954-5273 or visit ShawPlumbingServices.com. We're the Zags' trusted team for reliable service every time.
Back in Wichita, earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anywhere else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. Mo, this Houston team comes in having won 14 straight games. They won the Big 12 by 4, which is a pretty impressive feat. This is a team that rebounds the basketball, very physical defensively, has held 21 of their opponents under 60 points.
Yeah, it's what they hang their hat on is defense and rebounding, and they, shoot the ball decently well from the perimeter, but they're trying to get after you defensively and push you around. Toe the line of fouling too much, but the officials are probably going to let it go. So tonight we're going to have to be extremely physical, offensively, and tough-minded.
Well, Gonzaga getting ready to take on Houston. The Cougars give up score 74 game. They give up 58. They hold their opponents to just 38% shooting from the field. Good defensive battle is going to potentially shape up here for the Zags and Houston. Well, Gonzaga basketball is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com, your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. We'll hear from Coach Few next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
Close your eyes and imagine eating surf and turf at the fanciest steakhouse you've ever been to. Smell the beef, the fish, the cheddar sauce. Oh, there's no cheddar sauce at your imaginary steakhouse? Then open your eyes and head to Arby's. Get a beef and cheddar, fish and cheddar, or crispy fish. 2 for just $6.99. It's even better than you ever imagined. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time. It's time for Home Team Rewards. Zag fans, get your Bulldog branded ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card, the only card where you can earn rewards for everyday purchases while giving back to Gonzaga University. Choose from a Visa Rewards card with a lower rate or a Premier Rewards card with maximum rewards. With no annual fees, card control, and next level security, you can spend smart from tap to app. Zags, rejoice! Find your card at iccu.com/GoZags on approved credit.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Hey, we're back now on the pregame show at Bulldogs head coach Mark Few. Mark, fantastic effort, great shot making. You did a lot of really good things against Georgia the other night.
We really did. I mean, we probably played our best game of the year and on the most important stage and most important night, and it was great to see. It's great to see when your guys, seize the moment and put everything together and play their best, in big times like that. And everybody stepped on the floor really was a huge part of getting us the victory.
How about those perimeter guys getting going? I mean, Nolan shot that first one, looked good coming out, and he was obviously confident. And obviously, KB in his first game was really good too. Yeah, and again, we've talked about this. I've said it forever, man. When you make shots, it covers up a lot of other things, and when you don't, then the game gets harder. And you got to find other ways to win. But we were making shots, but we were also playing really proactive defense. We were making plays on the defensive end. We were hitting all our coverages and frustrated them, I think, with our defense. And Mark, tonight's as big a challenge as you'll see. I mean, this is a physical team. We've talked about it. It looks like a little more skilled maybe they have been in the past. Some guys that can shoot it, but a heck of a test tonight. Yeah, it really is. I mean, these guys have been on a heck of a run these last couple of years, and just, I don't know what they've won.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for?
Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCAA.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. You've got beer and football, nothing is hard, until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The next time you visit Northern Quest, we suggest bringing your sea legs and your lead foot. It's the $100,000 Benz Voyage giveaway. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card, and you could win a cruise line adventure or a brand new Mercedes GLC 300 with an inline-4 turbo, tax and licensing included. Speeding tickets are on you, though. The Benz Voyage giveaway, grand prize drawing March 31st. Details at northernquest.com.
Close your eyes and imagine eating surf and turf at the fanciest steakhouse you've ever been to. Smell the beef, the fish, the cheddar sauce. Oh, there's no cheddar sauce at your imaginary steakhouse? Then open your eyes and head to Arby's. Get a beef and cheddar, fish and cheddar, or crispy fish. 2 for just $6.99. It's even better than you ever imagined. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
It's time for Home Team Rewards. Zag fans, get your Bulldog branded ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card, the only card where you can earn rewards for everyday purchases while giving back to Gonzaga University. Choose from a Visa Rewards card with a lower rate or a Premier Rewards card with maximum rewards. With no annual fees, card control, and next-level security, you can spend smart from tap to app. Zags, rejoice! Find your card at iccu.com/GoZags on approved credit.
Nemhart fakes the pass, shoots the three, and knocks it down for the Bulldogs.
This is the 2025 NCAA Tournament.
Three for Nolan, rattles home. 23 big ones for Nolan, who turns and barks at the fan who was giving him the business on the sideline.
Bulldogs, Cougars, with a trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. Tip-off is next, live from Intrust Bank Arena in Wichita, Kansas. Here's Tom Hudson.
Gonzaga has made it to the Sweet 16 9 consecutive years. Houston's been there 5 times in a row. Something's going to give tonight here in Wichita. LJ Cryer, Milos Uzan, Joseph Tugler, Jawan Roberts, Emmanuel Sharp, the starting 5 for the top-seeded Cougars from Houston. Ryan Nemhart, Nolan Hickman, Graham Ike, Braden Huff getting his 3rd consecutive start. Caleb Battle, the starting 5 for the Bulldogs. Mo, keys to the game for the Zags to make it to the second weekend for the 10th straight year.
Toughness and road mentality. I know it's a neutral site game, but we have to have a mentality offensively to play through contact. Second is win the rebounding battle. We talked about Houston was 5.5 in one of the best leagues in the country. We can't get blown out in that regards. Third, I think most important, we got to make shots from the perimeter.
That's a look at our keys to the game. The Bulldogs is a lower seed wearing their road blue uniforms with the red and white trim Gonzaga across their chest. Their names in white on the backs of the jerseys. Houston wear their home white uniforms with the red trim as they win the opening tip and go to work. First shot is up and no good, but the rebound and the putback by Tugler that gets Houston on the board. Zags moving right to left in the first half. Get the ball in the front court. It's Nemhart bouncing it out top for Hickman. Right sideline pass. Battle thought about a 3, pulled it down. His pass deflected. Graham Ike trapped in the corner, dribbles it off his leg and out of bounds. Houston basketball.
Okay, that's first possession for them defensively. They went to a trap on the immediate ball screen, and then when it got thrown inside by Ike, it was an immediate double team, so that's something to watch.
Houston, Uzan will bring it into the front court, a transfer from the University of Oklahoma. One-handed pass over left side to Roberts. Roberts, big man out top. Couple of dribbles, he hands it off to Uzan again. Uzan driving with the left hand, Vidal cuts him off, throws it up into the hands of Tugler. Tugler kicks it back out to Uzan. 10 seconds to shoot. Uzan gets a screen, passes back out top to Sharp. Sharp fires a deep three from the left side. Rim, glass, no good. Battle flies in for the rebound. KB will bring it up the right side of the floor. He's into the front court. Short pass to Huff, top of the key. Hands it back to Battle. Battle picks up the dribble. Gives it up to Huff, the three-point line. Skips it right side, looking for Nemhard and throws it out of bounds. Ryan started running towards the play. Braden thought he was going the other direction.
Well, it was supposed to be a skip because they're going low hole tag because they're double teaming, so there's going to be a mismatch inside for a split second, and then they fan out to their normal assignment, so you got to be able to complete that pass.
Uzan into the front court for Houston, who leads 2-0. One-handed pass out top. It's Roberts driving. Big man into the paint. Shot up, off the back rim, and in for a 4-0 Houston advantage.
God, he shuffled his feet on that jump stop.
Ike out top. Right side pass, Nemhard. Nemhard picks up his dribble. Fires in the paint. Huff's got it there. He's being manhandled. Gets up a shot, but it's partially blocked. It was Tugler who blocked it, and Houston has the ball again, leading 4-0. LJ Cryer, the transfer from Baylor. We saw him in the championship game in Indianapolis in 21. In his 5th year, he's played in more than 140 career games. Gives it up to Uzan. Now they go in the paint, and there's another shot way off the mark for Tugler. Tugler crashing the offensive glass, knocked it away from Ike. Hickman comes away with it in the scrum. Gives it up to Battle. Battle spins into the paint. Shot off the glass, rims out. Battle, rebound, put back, and good. The Bulldogs are on the board.
Good job by playing through contact on that first initial drive. Getting the putback. Got to play with a toughness mentality.
Uzan walks it across half court with the left-handed dribble. Brings it to the left side. That's a screen from Tugler. One-handed pass to Roberts to the three-point line. Roberts into the paint with a dribble. Little fadeaway. It's an air ball out of bounds. Gonzaga basketball. And Mo, we talked about the toughness and the physicality on that last play with the Bulldogs got the ball in the scramble. I mean, Graham Ike had great rebounding position. Tugler just went right through him to try to tip that thing in. It is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, you got to be tough. I'm going to be saying it all broadcast, but it's just one of the main points to try to beat this team.
2.5 minutes in. It's a 4-2 Houston lead. Battle, a couple steps inside half court with the dribble. Gives it up to Ike at the three-point line left side. Graham spins around. Now going to work on Tugler, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Graham, and that's the type of play the Zags do not need, Mo, and especially Graham at the three-point line trying to back him down.
Yeah, you can't allow them to push you out to 30 feet, 19-9 with your post player.
Yeah, Graham, you saw the replay. He got his arm up. There's forearm underneath the...
It's an easy call by the official. Graham's got to keep his composure.
Houston has the ball back, leading 4-2 here, 1 versus 8 in Wichita. Winner heads to Indiana. They will take on Purdue, the number 4 seed in the Midwest. An easy winner today over McNeese State. Here's a dribble to the left from the point guard. Uzan picks it up, gives it up right side. Sharp driving. Bulldogs come away with it on the steal. Battle in the front court to Nemhard. Skips left side. Hickman, 3 rims out. Ball is loose. Not anymore. Houston comes away with it. Pretty good look for Nolan. Just off the mark. LJ Cryer comes away with loose ball. Brings into the front court. Stripped away. Ball's out of bounds. Last touch. You got one official saying, I don't know. The other one is looking at him, and let's see what they say. Officials are talking. Players trying to influence it, and the Bulldogs are going to get the basketball on the turnover.
I had a good look at it. I thought it touched the Houston player as well.
So it's going to be Gonzaga ball. The Bulldogs trailing 4-2. Expected this to be a physical, low-scoring affair, and so far it is. Nemhard passes in the front court left sideline for Hickman. Nolan gives it up out top to Ike. He hands it to Nemhard. Ryan, top of the key pass for Huff. Braden dribbles once, right back to Nemhard in front of the Houston bench. Sets a screen for Ryan, dribbles into a 3. It's an air ball out of bounds. Houston basketball.
Looks like they're going under on his ball screen, on the side ball screen on Nemhard's. That's the right shot. It's all right. Shake it off. Shoot it with confidence.
Tugler checks out. Javier Francis will check in, the backup big man. Francis, 124 career games. Another one of the veterans for this Houston team. Averages a little better than 5 points a contest. LJ Cryer into the front court, hands it off to the point guard, Uzan. Uzan dribbling. Gives it up. Out top for Sharp. Sharp, couple dribbles to Cryer. Right back to Sharp. Sharp with 7 seconds to shoot. Dribbles to his left. Bounces it back. Here's a drive. A shot comes up short. Offensive rebound, Roberts. Kicks it out left side for Cryer. He shoots a 3 and hits.
That's a tough one because we're spacing out and they're going to get the short roll for their bigs. We got to clean up those misses.
Huff out top with it. One dribble. Hands it off to Nembhard. Ryan between the circles now. Going to his right. Try to trap him. Gets away to Battle. Catches and fires. Deep 3 left side. Nowhere close. And Houston has another rebound. Uzan into the front court. Left side Cryer. Pulls up on the break. Fires and hits. It's 10-2 Houston. Back-to-back threes from LJ Cryer. Nembhard into the front court with it. Gives it up to Huff trailing. Braden looking in the paint for Ike. It's not there. Left side pass for Battle. Battle dribbles to his right. Sideline to Nembhard. Skips left side Hickman. Bounce to Huff. Huff going to work on Roberts. Gives it up to Ike. Kick out Battle. Extra pass Nembhard. Ryan with 10 seconds to shoot. Drives, kicks left side. Hickman penetrates on the baseline. Gets into the paint. His pass is stolen, but a foul first as it was knocked out of his arms. And it's going to be Houston basketball. Gonzaga basketball. The Houston foul, I believe, goes on Jawan Roberts. We'll confirm that when we come back. Indeed, it was Roberts who picks up the personal foul. So quick start for Houston. The Cougars out to a 10-2 lead, 15-11 to play in our game's first half. We're back in Wichita after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Today's students are smart, savvy, and heading towards a future filled with possibilities. Education is the light that can help guide them on their path to fulfilling their dreams. That's why Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. With every lottery game you play in the pursuit of making your dreams a reality, you're supporting the next generation of game changers who are using education as the way to reach theirs. Thanks for playing, Washington.
Anyone who works for themselves has the toughest boss on the planet, a real taskmaster with no respect for nights or weekends. Still, it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Wheatland Bank makes running a business seamless with a careful mix of personal service, deep resources, and the latest tech. After all, you're only human. Unlike that bully whose name's on the door, your 5-star Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard, until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Back in Wichita, where Houston's out to an early 10-2 lead on the Bulldogs, 15-11 to play in our first half. Well, this broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Houston out to the early 10-2 lead. Mo, I think if you're a Zags fan right now, you don't panic. The speed they play with, the physicality that they play with. We talked about Georgia, kind of flying around a little bit, but this is different level, and hopefully the Zags will get settled in here. But I don't know that you could expect them to come out and I don't know that I'm necessarily shocked that Houston has come out and taken this early lead.
Yeah, I mean, the physicality and the intensity defensively is definitely a different level than we've seen.
Braden Huff off the inbounds, backing down the defender. Kicks it out to Hickman. Hickman gives it up to Ben Gregg, who just checked in for
Nice.
Ike. Shot fake, and he scores.
That's excellent ball movement right there and a top-down pass. Good pump fake by Ben Gregg. Good start for him.
And Ben Gregg with the bucket as he's checked in for Ike at the first official timeout. Houston, it's Cryer with it out top. For Uzan, now right side into the hands of Roberts. Double team comes, kick out to Uzan. Extra pass to Cryer, takes his eyes off it. Lucky break for Houston. It kicks right over to Francis. They keep the ball, 9 seconds to shoot it. Uzan dribbling to his right. One-handed pass on the baseline for Roberts. Backing down. Gregg spins to the baseline. Little one-hander. Won't go down. Ben has the rebound. Quickly out to Battle, who brings it up the right sideline into the front court for the Zags. Battle gives it up to Gregg. Little pick and pop three for Ben is on the way. Comes up short. Rebound is chased down in the corner by the Cougars. Roberts comes away with it. Cryer into the front court. Bounces it for Roberts. Huff challenges. Roberts finishes off the glass. 8-point lead, 6 minutes in. Houston on top. Battle dribbling to his right. Bounces it to Hickman in front of the Houston bench. He gives it up to Huff. Braden facing up on Francis. Finds Gregg under the basket, and he'll score. A couple of early buckets for Ben Gregg. It's a 12-6 Houston advantage.
It's a great find from Braden Huff. He sees the double team. Ben Gregg flashes from the opposite side.
Uzan hands it off to Cryer, gets it right back. Skips it right side. Cryer at 30 feet, calling for a screen. Bounces it back to Roberts. Roberts in the paint, leaves it down low. Ben Gregg coming over, gets the foul on Francis. Going to make him earn him at the free throw line.
We might have to switch up our ball screen coverages, Huddy. They're hitting that short roll every single time. That little pocket pass, so we got to figure out a way to either negate that, maybe to go to a drop and over the top with our guard, but kind of getting anything they want. So I'd be curious to see if Coach Few switches that up.
Francis at the free throw line where he's 71% on the season. First one is good. Back up, big man. So Terrence Arsenault is going to check in for the first time. Arsenault, their sixth man, averaging 7 points per game. Second for Francis is on the way and no good. Rebound is fought for. Huff finally comes away with it. Bulldogs trail 13-6. Malik Wilson is also checked in, a transfer from Texas Tech. We actually played against him back in 22. And also played at Louisiana Lafayette before making his way to Houston to play for Kelvin Sampson. Here's Braden Huff backing down the defender. Spins back to his right. Shot won't go down. A ton of contact. No whistles. And we're going to head the other way. Wilson brings it into the front court. Gives it up to L.J. Cryer. In front of the GU bench, he dribbles, defended by Nemhard, trying to back Ryan down, picks it up, bounces it into the hands of Francis. Franson looks like he took about 3 steps, misses the shot. We've got a whistle and a foul, and it's going to go against the Zags, and Coach Few is not happy.
I don't blame him. I don't know why that's a foul on the scrum on the rebounding opportunity. Both players have a right, and Coach Few's saying exactly to him.
And that's getting a look at it.
Yeah, he didn't push him, so that's a bad call.
Well, Huff heads to the bench. Back in is Graham Ike. Mike Ajayi checks in for the first time. Houston leads 13-6, 12:43 to play first half. Uzan inbounds in the near corner to Cryer. Cryer dribbles away from the pressure of Hickman, and Houston will set up the offense. Gets a screen from Tugler. Tugler loses the handle, gets it back, hands it off to Cryer for a jumper on the right wing, and Cryer connects. He's got the hot hand early for Houston. It's a 9-point lead. Ajayi, left side pass to Hickman. Hickman gets a screen from Ajayi, passes it back to Mike on the left wing. Going to work on Arsenault. Little fadeaway jumper, banks in.
Good shot. You're going to have to make one-on-one moves inside. Good job by Mike. Up Ajayi off the bench right away.
Ajayi had a solid game the other night in the win over Georgia. 6 rebounds in that game. Here's a baseline jumper from Cryer. He is feeling it. The Bulldogs have to find some kind of an answer for him. L.J. Cryer already into double figures. Battle. Driving with the left hand from the right side. Can't shake free the defender. Retreats with a dribble. Calling for a screen from Ike. Gets it. Refuses it. Driving with the left hand. Leans in. Coming over and swatting the shot is going to be Tugler. It's out of bounds. Last touched by Houston. 11:42 to play in our game's first half. Our score, Houston 17, Gonzaga 8. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
How close can you get with Verizon Access? Front row close. Red carpet close. Backstage passes close. Playing quarterback for your favorite NFL team close. Okay, not that close. But watching from the sidelines close? You bet. Get into the experiences you love, like concerts, games, and exclusive pre-sales, just for being a Verizon customer. Verizon Access. You're in. Learn more at verizon.com/access.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
Welcome back to Wichita. Tom Hudson, Anna Morrison with you here at Intrust Bank Arena, where the Zags, the 8th seed in the Midwest, are taking on top-seeded Houston. When American Credit Union, money answers for people who know Gonzaga does in fact exist. Plus, show your Bulldog pride with your Zags debit card offered only at America, federally insured by NCAA. Zags off to a slow start offensively. They're 4 out of 12 from the field, 0 of 4 shooting threes. And Mo really... those bigs got a couple of early buckets, and then L.J. Cryer has been fantastic for Houston so far.
Yeah, he's hit 2 tough, 15, 17-foot jump shots, which you kind of analytically will give up, but he has the look that he's feeling it because they didn't touch any rim. And then inside, for giving up that short roll, kind of short split bounce pass on the ball screen coverage. And we got to be able to rebound the misses if they present it to their bigs. I get what Coach Few's trying to do is not let their perimeter guys who shoot the ball well. We talked about that, almost 40% as a team, but their top 3 guys shooting the 42 range from 3, so you got to give something up, but got to do a good job on the glass when they do take those short roll little floaters.
Zags make 12 threes on Thursday on 20 attempts. 0 for 4 to start here. Ryan Nemhardt's going to inbound on the sideline near side of the floors. The Bulldogs move right to left in the first half. Dusty Stromer's checked in for the first time. Stromer on for Hickman. Ike dribbling away from the pressure of the big man Tugler. Picks it up. They double team him. Able to get it out to Battle. 5 seconds to shoot. KB, a little shake. Step back 3 from the left side. That's off the rim. No good. And Ajayi fighting for the rebound. Loses that battle to Tugler. 10 rebounds for the Cougars early. L.J. Cryer off a screen. Pulls up. Fires another 3. That one's halfway down and popped out. His first miss of the game. Probably should have gone down. Nemhard into the front court, weaving his way to the three-point line. Fires a 3. That one won't go down. Long rebound is secured by Tugler. And he'll give it up to Cryer now for Wilson. Bulldogs trail 17-8 midway through the first half. Tugler at the three-point line. Ike playing with 1 foul. Pressures him a little bit. Tugler gives it up right side. Here is a drive, a denial on Wilson. He's able to roll it out. Into the hands of Tugler. They work it to Sharp on the right side. Sharp going to work on Stromer. Leans in and scores. Double-digit lead for the Houston Cougars here at the 10:40 mark. 19-8. Zags moving around the perimeter. Ajayi out top. And that gives up to Nemhard. Nemhard is just grabbed with 2 arms. And Sharp didn't even pretend. He said, yeah, I'll take this one. A foul on Houston. Cryer gets his first breather of the game. Back in is Uzan. Zags continue to struggle offensively. Stromer will inbound for the Bulldogs. Does Stromer battle Ajayi, Ike, and Nemhard for the Bulldogs? Tugler gets his first breather for Houston. As Kelvin Sampson's going to go with a smaller lineup here. Nemhard gets a screen from Ike, dribbles to his right, bounces it to Graham at the free throw line. Power dribble, off-balance shot, off the glass and in. Tough finish.
Good finish. That was a nice pocket pass to split the double team.
19-10 is the lead for Houston. Uzan into the front court, directing traffic. Picks up his dribble, right sideline pass. It's Sharp. Sharp to the high post, fadeaway jumper, all net.
Tough shot. That's pretty good defense.
10 minutes to play first half. Here's Nemhard, long pass looking for Ike. Graham is telling the officials that it was deflected, but Officials think otherwise, and it's going to be Houston basketball. Gonzaga going to show a little bit of pressure here on the inbound for the first time today. We'll see that three-quarter court press. Wilson over to Uzan in the backcourt. Back to Wilson. He's across the timeline with it. Now Uzan, the point guard, will set things up for the Cougars. Dribbling to his left, one-handed pass. Here's a drive to the baseline. And now retreating is Wilson. He's going to try again, but can't get around Stromer. Bounces out to Uzan with 6 seconds to shoot. Uzan one-on-one with Nembhard. Step back, left side three. Comes up short. Rebound is chased down by Nembhard in front of the GU bench. Zags trail by 11 as Nembhard brings the Zags into the front court. Dribbling to his left, picks it up. Gives it up to Ajayi. They leave him open. He shoots the three and misses. Rebound goes to Wilson. Zags still looking for their first three. Nearly 11 minutes into the game. Wilson with a head of steam gets around Ajayi. Mike blocks the shot and then chases down the loose ball. It is out of bounds. It's going to be Gonzaga basketball. A push on Houston. That's going to go against Francis.
A great individual play by Ajayi. Defends the dribble drive and then goes straight up and contests the shot into a block and then forces the foul. We're going to see Emmanuel Inocente check in. I like that. I think this game fits him well with his physicality.
We've got to get somebody off the floor. As Braden Huff is checked in, he's going to inbound. Dusty Stromer will check out. Huff, Nembhard, Inocente, Ike, and Hickman as Nolan is back on the floor for the Bulldogs. Zags trail by 11. Nembhard walks it into the front court. Uzan meets him there. Nembhard gets a screen from Huff. Fires a pass left side Hickman. Fakes the three, drives baseline at Cryer, who's returned. Gives it up to Huff. Kick back out to Nembhard. Nembhard bounces one down low. Ike spins and scores.
Great ball movement. Inside out and then top down back. That was a great seal from the weak side by Ike.
Uzan in the front court with the dribble. Gets a big screen from Tugler, who's back. Now here's a drive from the high post. Roberts misses. Ike rebounds. Ike gives it up to Nembhard. He's up the right sideline into the front court. Houston gets back defensively. Zags trail by 9. Nembhard picks up his dribble. Bounces right wing into the hands of Huff. Huff being hounded by the defender. Keeps his dribble alive. Still backing him down. Spins to the baseline. Up, under, trying to leave it for Ike. And Graham was going for the rebound. It's a turnover. Braden tried to pass it to him. Into the front court, it's Cryer. He's got the hot hand, looking for more. He's already scored 10. Give him 13. And Coach Few wants a timeout. And I think he wants to get things figured out defensively. He's asking his coaching staff who is supposed to be out there in LJ Cryer. Cryer with 13. Zags call a timeout with 8 minutes to play in the first half. We're going to take it as well. 24-12, Houston on top. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCAA.
How close can you get with Verizon Access? Front row close. Red carpet close. Backstage pass is close. Playing quarterback for your favorite NFL team close. Okay, not that close. But watching from the sidelines close? You bet. Get into the experiences you love, like concerts, games, and exclusive pre-sales, just for being a Verizon customer. Verizon Access. You're in. Learn more at verizon.com/access.
Every year, the crowds go crazy for the Cal Triple Play of the Day, where you can get tricked out cool trucks or sporty SUVs just in time for winter. And this week, you can delay all payments until next year. Get a minimum $2,000 trade-in value for your old ride, plus get a 2-year service maintenance program with every vehicle sold, which is a triple play opportunity this week at both Cal locations.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
Houston has its biggest lead, 24-12, exactly 8 minutes to play in the first half. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield. Zags have the ball after that three from L.J. Cryer. He's 5 of 6 from the field. He's made 3 3-point shots and has 13 in the game. Definitely carried the offense, and he has that ability. A third-team All-American 10 times this year. He scored 20 or more. Nemard into the front court. Dribbles from his left to his right. Picks it up. Out top for Huff. Braden driving. Little one-hander for Braden. Rattles home.
Good toughness right there on the switch from the guard because they double-teamed on the ball swing. He pass-faked and went middle. Had the advantage on that. Nice finish.
Cryer bounces it in the front court. Into the hands of his big man Roberts. Out to Uzan. Uzan just inside a half court. Defended by Battle. Right side pass. It's Roberts again. Roberts trying to go to work on Huff. Gets up a wild one. Oh boy, off the glass and in. That thing would have hurt somebody behind the basket if it didn't clank in there off the glass. Roberts with the bucket. Nemhard brings the other way. Fires out top to Huff. Extra pass to Hickman on the left side. Hickman out top for Battle. Battle trying to shake free of the defender Sharp. He can't. Dribbles behind his back. Loses the handle. And Sharp comes away with it. Ike trailing. Graham goes up. And the dunk attempt is challenged and partially blocked. But Houston gets it back and gets the finish. A great job by Graham hustling to get back in the play. But there were 3 players behind him after he made the initial challenge. Here's Braden Huff. Braden hits the 3 for the Bulldogs.
Much needed 3. We can't let this game get out of hand. Down 11.
28-17, 6.5 to play first half. Cryer with it just inside a half court. Short pass to Sharp. Now to Uzan. Uzan, 30 feet from the basket, gets a big screen from Tugler. Little crossover move on Battle, can't shake free. Dribbles to the left wing, now retreats. Out top for Tugler again. Tugler bounces it to Uzan. The runner is no good, but Braden Huff has called for the personal foul. The official says a push. I tell you, Tugler's a big, strong kid, Mo. He fakes that handoff and spins and gets to that hip check kind of screen, and boy, he clears out a lot of space. Now we've got a timeout on the floor. 6:17 to play first half. Our score, Houston 28, Zags 17. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard, until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Papa Murphy's, dinner's easy and delicious. We make it fresh, scratch-made dough, hand-chopped veggies, so you can bake it at home. Hot, fresh, and perfect every time. Try the Cowboy Pizza tonight for just $12.99. Order now at papamurphys.com. Change the way you pizza. At Papa Murphy's, dinner's easy and delicious. We make it fresh, scratch-made dough, hand-chopped veggies, so you can bake it at home. Hot, fresh, and perfect every time. Try the Cowboy Pizza tonight for just $12.99. Order now at papamurphys.com. Change the way you pizza. The
next time you visit Northern Quest, we suggest bringing your sea legs and your lead foot. It's the $100,000 Benz Voyage giveaway. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card, and you could win a cruise line adventure. Or a brand new Mercedes GLC 300 with an inline 4 turbo. Tax and licensing included. Speeding tickets are on you, though. The Benz Voyage giveaway. Grand prize drawing March 31st. Details at northernquest.com.
Play Zag fans from the Xfinity 10G network. Get the fastest internet with faster speeds rolling out every day. Enjoy a reliable connection so everyone can be online at once, even during peak hours. Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here in Wichita, Kansas, where Houston continues to dominate this basketball game. 12 out of 25 from the field for the Cougars. They're led by L.J. Cryer, who has 5 of their 12 makes. He has 13 points. The Bulldogs did get a 3 from Braden Huff. He has 5 to lead a balanced scoring attack. And Mo, what do you want to see out of the Zags here over these last 6-17?
Well, we're doing all right on the glass, only -2. Obviously, we got to make shots, 1 from 8 from downtown. I mean, that just goes without saying. We got to play a little bit tougher on our dribble drive stuff. That previous possession, Caleb Battle just lets a guy strip him at half court, turns it into a run out, breakaway layup. So, I don't know, maybe we get away from the ball screen stuff. I know it's kind of what we do, but they're just double teaming us and getting out of our guards' hands. So it's not deep analysis. We got to make shots.
Inbound in the corner to Sharp. He gives it up to Roberts, the three-point line. Big man, all Big 12 performer. Dribbles a couple times. Pass back out to Cryer. Cryer with 10 seconds to shoot. Dribbles it to his left. Picks it up. Bounces out top for Roberts. Roberts going to work on Huff. Spins the lefty's hook. Comes up short. Ball tipped by Hickman. Nembhard chases it down. 1-on-3s into the front court. Surveys and now will retreat and wait for his teammates. Ryan calls out the play, and the Bulldogs will start to move. Hickman to the top of the key, sets a screen for Ryan. Passes in the corner. EK's wide open. Graham fires a 3. A little too much on it. Huff is fought away from the rebound, had one hand on it, but Tugler took it away. Cryer, top of the key. Step back. He's going to try it again. That one comes up short. Long rebound. Roberts chases it down, gives it up to Cryer. Cryer shoots another 3, and that one is good. Those are the plays we talked about. The Bulldogs cannot give up. 14-point lead that ties the biggest of the game. The biggest deficit the Bulldogs have faced. They also trailed St. Mary's by 14. They came back to go ahead in that game before ultimately losing. Here's Huff, little lefty, tough finish for Braden. Just back the defender down. And he's got 7. L.J. Cryer with 16 first-half points for Houston. Uzan just inside a half court with the dribble. Gives it up left side to Tugler. Uzan driving, a little runner rattles home. Uzan patiently taking his time. Got the shot he wanted. So Uzan with the basket. And it's again a 14-point lead for Houston. Nembhard right side pass into the hands of Battle. He's in front of the Houston bench. We've got a whistle and a foul. And they're going to get it on Sharp. That should be his second. It is. Nolan Hickman checks out. Emmanuel Inocente is back in. Zags will inbound on the baseline. Braden Huff with 7 points. Leads the way for the Zags. Here is Nembhard to inbound. Lobs it into Ike. Ike backing down the defender. Kick left side Nembhard. Corner 3 is good. All net for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, needed that one. It goes without saying. Seen the double team, EK, and sprayed it out to a wide open shooter. Got to knock those down.
Second made 3 for the Bulldogs tonight. Uzan into the offensive end. Francis sets a screen for him. Sets another one. Uzan picks up his dribble. Pass to Francis, top of the key, hands it off to Uzan. Uzan driving, stripped away by Inocente. He dives on it, and it's going to be Bulldog basketball on alternating possessions.
Great hustle play from Inocente.
Let's see what happens. You had somebody say it's a jump ball, and then you had somebody say that it was a timeout. I think that's just the stoppage in play, and this will be our 4-minute timeout. So the Bulldogs not given a timeout there. 3:55 left in our first half. Houston 33, Zags 22. We're back after this official timeout. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
It's time for home team rewards. Zag fans, get your Bulldog branded ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card, the only card where you can earn rewards for everyday purchases while giving back to Gonzaga University. Choose from a Visa rewards card with a lower rate or a Premier Rewards card with maximum rewards. With no annual fees, card control, and next level security, you can spend smart from tap to app. Zags, rejoice! Find your card at iccu.com/GoZags on approved credit.
Living a healthy, happy life is built on a foundation of good habits, wholesome foods, plenty of sleep, regular exercise, and for women, a breast cancer risk assessment by age 25, and annual screening mammograms beginning at 40. Our convenient Spokane area locations make scheduling your mammogram easy. Schedule your exam today. Call 509-455-4455 or visit www.inlandimaging.com/appointments.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The 8-seeded Zags trying to hang around with the top-seeded Houston Cougars here in Wichita, Kansas. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you. Zags trail 33-22, 3:55 to play first half, and they have the basketball. The American Credit Union, money answers for people who know Gonzaga does in fact exist. Plus your Bulldog pride with your Zags debit card offered only at America, federally insured by NCAA. Mo, after a 1-for-6 start, the Zags have actually started to find a little bit of offensive traction. Get a couple more stops here, and maybe you can get this thing down to a reasonable number.
Yeah, I mean, knocking down that corner three from Nemhard will help that cause. They're going to double team every pick and roll action, then you got to be able to find the open guy and then play out of that. And a lot of times that's going to be your corner three wide open. So hopefully we can exploit that and make some shots.
Bulldogs made them 9 of 16 since that 1 of 6 start. Houston, meanwhile, continues to shoot the ball well from the field, 14 out of 29. Braden Huffle inbound in front of us here. He's on the floor with Battle Inocente, Nemhard, and Ike. Houston comes out with Arsenault, Cryer, Francis, Uzan, and Roberts. Battle will bring it to the front court for the Bulldogs. Give it up to Huff. One dribble, underhanded handoff for Nemhard, who bobbled it. Got it back. Spinning around, needs to get it away. He does to Ike. Ike wants to go to work on Francis. Backing him down. Here comes a double team. Fires it out to Battle. Fakes the three. Drives to the left hand. Little runner off the glass. A little too strong. Huff fighting for the rebound. Knocked into the hands of Ike. His putback is blocked. And Houston comes away with the basketball. Cryer. Into the front court. One-handed pass to Arsenault in front of the Zags bench. Arsenault will hand it off to Uzan. 33-22 Cougars. 3:15 to play first half. Uzan out top to Cryer. One-hander to Uzan. 8 seconds to shoot. Gets a big screen. Throws it back to Roberts on the pick and roll. Roberts, the lefty, hops, spins, off balance. Almost threw that one in off the glass for the second time today. Huff secures the rebound. Hands it off to Nemhard. Right into the front court, being chased by Roberts from behind. Now will retreat with the dribble, and the Zags will set things up. Under 3 to play first half, trailing by 11. Nemhard wants to go to work on Roberts, the big man. Bounces it down low instead to Ike. Spins, shoots, rolls off the rim, wouldn't score. Coach Few wanted a foul call and didn't get it. I agreed with him. A lot of contact down there. Uzan into the front court. Bounce it to Roberts, high post, barrels his way into Ike, spins to the off right hand, he misses it. Ike rebounds. Nemhard the other way now. Right into the front court, picks up the dribble, looks to Huff in the paint. Huff on Uzan, comes up short. Long rebound, kicks out in the hands of Cryer. Had the mismatch on the much smaller point guard. Couldn't finish. Back-to-back, great opportunities for the Zags. Uzan out top with it as we approach 2 minutes to play. Gives it up to Cryer, knocked away by Nemhard, who saves it to Battle. Battle is on the run, one-on-one with Uzan. Shot off the glass, and in for Caleb Battle.
Good hustle play by Nemhard to get that steal, and then great one-on-one move by Caleb Battle in the open court.
Zags have cut it to single digits. It's 33-24. Uzan dribbling to his right. Now back to his left, gets a screen from Francis. Little hesitation dribble to Francis in the paint. The one-hander is way off the mark. Huff comes away with a rebound for the Bulldogs. Again out to Nemhard, Ryan into the front court. It's a screen from Huff, and we've got a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against Francis, a push as he and Ike were battling for position. Francis will head to the bench. Tugler is going to return for him. Zags will inbound. Just 5 team fouls on the Cougars.
Just 5 team fouls.
Nemhard's going to inbound. Into Ike, three-point line right side. Graham fakes a three. Going to work on Francis, who's right back in there. Pass out for Inocente. Dangerous one. He gives it away to Battle. 3. Caleb, good! And the Zags are fighting their way back in. They trail it 33-27.
Excellent job by Graham Ike, recognizing the double team, spraying it out. Then Inocente could have shot a 3, recognized the better three-point shooter. Caleb Battle to his right, sprayed it to him. Big-time shot, only 6-point game.
Caleb Battle with that made three-point shot, now has 7. He and Braden Huff leading the way offensively for the Bulldogs. After the made shot, Kelvin Sampson called the timeout. A longtime college coach. Started his career at Montana Tech, was at Washington State, was at Oklahoma, was at Indiana. Took the Sooners to a Final Four, taken the Cougars to a Final Four back in 2021. They actually lost to the Baylor team that we lost to in the championship game. Well, the veteran coach calls the timeout as his lead that has been as many as 14 on 3 separate occasions is now 6 points.
Let's see if we can get a stop, obviously, here and get a chance for maybe a 2-for-1, but that was a big-time shot for Caleb Battle. Great recognition again. The double team's coming right away. Houston's smart. They know who our 2 best guys are inside. Good job by Graham Ike not being selfish, getting rid of the ball when he sees 2 guys coming at him.
Malik Wilson checks back into the game for Houston. Gives it up to Uzan, now out top for Tugler. Big man dribbles, picks it up, hands it off to Cryer. Cryer dribbling in front of the GU bench, tries to get to the baseline. Nemhard denies him. Kick out, shot up, and in. Well, it's Tugler with the finish.
That's a tough finish. That's a 14-foot floater with the body on him. We'll live with that.
Nemhard walks it across the timeline. 20 seconds different shot clock to game clock. Nemhard is directing Emmanuel Inocente to the right spot. Nemhard driving to the right wing, now to the free throw line, fires pass upside Huff, fakes the 3, gets a defender in the air, not trying to back him down, but instead retreats, gives it up to Battle, 5 seconds to shoot. KB, little shake on Wilson, gets to the free throw line, hop step, off balance, off the glass, wouldn't go down, and it's Houston getting the rebound. Tugler comes away with it. 8-point lead for the Cougars. They'll hold for a final shot here in the first half. Uzan calling for a Francis screen, dribbling to his left. Cut off. Passes in the far corner. It's going to be a shot clock ending play. They do not get up a shot at the end of the first half. And Gonzaga will trail by 8 headed into the locker room. Mo, all things considered, probably take it.
Yeah, it could have got out of hand there. They were up 14. Our guys made some timely shots, got some stops, so within striking distance.
Gonzaga trails 35-27. We've got the halftime show coming your way after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
How close can you get with Verizon Access? Front row close. Red carpet close. Backstage pass is close. Playing quarterback for your favorite NFL team close. Okay, not that close. But watching from the sidelines close? You bet. Get into the experiences you love, like concerts, games, and exclusive pre-sales, just for being a Verizon customer. Verizon Access. You're in. Learn more at verizon.com/access.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
It's time for home team rewards. Zag fans, get your Bulldog branded ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card, the only card where you can earn rewards for everyday purchases while giving back to Gonzaga University. Choose from a Visa rewards card with a lower rate or a Premier Rewards card with maximum rewards. With no annual fees, card control, and next level security, you can spend smart from tap to app. Zags, rejoice! Find your card at iccu.com/GoZags on approved credit.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Numerica Credit Union Halftime Show. Numerica Credit Union. Life moves. Live well. Federally insured by NCAA. We'll bring you stats and analysis from the first 20 minutes, as well as a look at scores from around the nation. Now, let's go courtside. Here's the voice of the Zags, Tom Hudson.
Tom Hudson with you here courtside in Wichita. Adam Morrison here as well. The Bulldogs trailing Houston 35-27 is the score. And we talked about maybe a little bit getting used to this kind of pace of play, the physicality of the play. Kind of felt like there at the end of the first half that the Bulldogs were maybe settling in there a little bit, and then we saw some pretty good fight to get back into this thing.
Yeah, some timely corner three was huge, and then Braden Huff finally got us off the schneid for making one, and then we got some stops. It could have been worse. When it was that 14 mark, it could have easily went to 22. We got it down to 8.
Bulldogs started the game 0 for 7 from behind the three-point line. It was Braden Huff who finally got one to go down for the Zags as they cut into a 14-point deficit that ties their biggest of the season. Here's Braden Huff. Braden hits the three for the Bulldogs.
Much needed three. We can't let this game get out of hand. Down 11.
The Zags cut it to 28-17 at that point. Braden, I thought, played really hard, Mo, and they had some timely buckets. A couple kind of rolled off, but I also think this is kind of the question you talk about, being able to finish through contact in games that are this physical is getting used to doing that. I thought, all in all, he played pretty darn well.
Yeah, he was fine. 3 of 6. He makes that top of the key three. Then he has 3 rebounds, 7 points.
Now Huff cuts the lead to 11. The Bulldogs again falling behind by 14 points, and again getting a three-point shot, this time from Ryan Nemhard. EK backing down the defender. Kick left side, Nemhard. Corner three is good. All net for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, needed that one. It goes without saying. Seen the double team, EK, and sprayed it out to a wide open shooter. Got to knock those down.
That would cut the Bulldogs lead, the Cougars lead over the Bulldogs to 33-22. A little bit later in the half, Caleb Battle starting to heat up. Battle knocking down another deep one for the Bulldogs as they fought their way back into the game. Into EK three-point line right side. Graham fakes a three. Going to work on Francis, who's right back in there. Pass out for Inocente. Dangerous one. He gives it away to Battle. 3. Caleb, good! And the Zags are fighting their way back in. They trail at 33-27. Houston jumped out to an early 9-point lead. 8 minutes into the game, they were up 17-8. Again, they got it to 14 points on a couple of different occasions there in the first half before the Bulldogs were able to fight their way back to within striking distance for sure, Mo, and I think you're so right. That was at 14, and I had the feeling one or two more buckets for Houston. This thing maybe gets out of control, but the Zags kind of dug their feet in there a little bit and drew a line, and hey, they've made some decent plays. They're starting to cool off a little bit offensively, and the Zags are starting to feel like maybe they're getting some traction.
Yeah, it's like a fight, right? You're going to come out and jab each other a few times, and this guy's not as strong as I think, and I think they were kind of feeling us out a little bit, and then getting used to the speed of their defensive, ball screen coverages and all those things. So, can we make the plays? Yes, we missed some bunnies. Graham missed a couple bunnies late in that second half. You'd like to come back. Obviously, 3 for 11 is not great from 3, but if you can get to 6 or 7 makes in the second half, but keep it within striking distance because all of the pressure is on obviously the number 1 seed. So I'm proud of our guys because when it was a 14, it looked, oh my gosh, and it didn't get out of our hand, and we got some stops on the other end.
Bulldogs trail Houston. It's the number 1 over the number 8 in the Midwest. 35-27 is our score. Mo and I are going to step aside here in Wichita, Kansas. Matt Schweikert standing by in our Learfield, North Carolina studios with our halftime show score update. We're back right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela! Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything, but while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCAA.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student-athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student-athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
Time for a check of the scores around the WCC and around the nation. Let's go to the network studios.
Gonzaga trailing Houston 35-27 at the half, trying to pull off the upset in the 8-versus-1 game. Let's welcome back into the Learfield Network studios. Matt Schweikert with you here tonight. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, get you up to date on the other action in the NCAA tournament today. The number 1 overall seed, Auburn, got a good battle from the 9 seed, Creighton. They trailed the Blue Jays at the half, but the Tigers with a big second half, they pull away and win it 82-70. For Auburn, it was Tahad Pettiford coming off the bench and dropping in 23 points. Also had 6 rebounds in the ball game. And it was actually a pretty quiet game for Janai Broom. He had 8 points, 12 rebounds, shot just 4 of 13 from the floor. Creighton had 5 different players in double figures, led by Ryan Kalkbrenner with 18. He had 7 rebounds as well. Some other scores from earlier today. One of the bigger shocking results of the tournament thus far, the 10-seed Arkansas takes down the 2-seed St. John's over in the West region, 75-66. The Razorbacks come away with the victory. They were led by Billy Richmond III's 16 points off the bench. Carter Knox dropped in 15 as well. And for St. John's, the big story for them, R.J. Lewis Jr., one of the best players in the country, the Big East Player of the Year, scores just 9 points, shoots just 3 of 17 from the floor. And St. John's season comes to an end, and John Calipari gets to the Sweet 16 in his first year with the Razorbacks. The game that preceded ours in Wichita, it was a 3-6 matchup between Texas Tech, a 3-11 matchup between Texas Tech and Drake. And it was the Red Raiders coming away with a 77-64 win. They get 28 points from Darian Williams and 25 points from JT Toppin. In the first game of the day, Purdue handled McNeese 76-62. And it was Trey Kaufman-Wren leading the way with 22 points for the Boilermakers. And another good matchup today, it was Michigan defeating Texas A&M 91-79. The Wolverines outscore the Aggies 56-40 in the second half. Roddy Gale Jr. with 26 points off the bench, including 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Vladislav Golden with 23 points and 12 rebounds as well for the Wolverines. And we've got a couple of games in progress as well, or excuse me, one other game in progress. It's BYU with a 47-36 lead against Wisconsin at the half, and one game about to get underway in about 15 minutes, Tennessee and UCLA. And we've got one game in progress in the women's tournament as well, just wrapping up. Florida State has a 94-57 lead over George Mason in a 6-11 matchup. That's your look around the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll take another break and get you back out to Wichita for more halftime coverage. Once again, our score here at the break: Houston leads Gonzaga 35-27. You're listening to Gonzaga Basketball from Learfield.
At Western National Insurance, NICE is a little word that does big things for everyone. NICE is a helping hand when you need it most, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the call. For more than a century, we've been protecting individuals, families, and businesses with NICE as our foundation. Experience the power of NICE for yourself. Ask your independent insurance agent for Western National.
Close your eyes and imagine eating surf and turf at the fanciest steakhouse you've ever been to. Smell the beef, the fish, the cheddar sauce. Oh, there's no cheddar sauce at your imaginary steakhouse? Then open your eyes and head to Arby's. Get a beef and cheddar, fish and cheddar, or crispy fish. 2 for just $6.99. It's even better than you ever imagined. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
It's halftime in Wichita, Kansas. The 8th-seeded Zags trailing the top-seeded Houston Cougars 35-27. Let's take a look at our first half statistics. Individually for the Bulldogs, Braden Huff, 7 points, 3 out of 6 shooting from the field. He knocked down a 3. Caleb Battle, 3 out of 9 from the field, also knocked down a 3, and has 7 Gonzaga points. Ben Great came off the bench, scored a couple of baskets in his 2.5 minutes on the floor. He picked up 2 personal fouls, didn't play for the rest of the half, but he had 4. Graham Ike, 4 points on 2 of 5 shooting from the field. Ryan Nemhart knocked down a 3 in today's game. Mike Ajayi with the jump shot in the paint. Give him 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting from the field. Dusty Stromer played 5 minutes, did not attempt a shot. Emmanuel Inocente played 3 minutes in the first half, did not take a shot. The Bulldogs, 12 out of 29 from the field. That's 41.4%. They were 3 out of 11 shooting threes. The Zags did not attempt a free throw in the first half of this basketball game. And Mo, the Bulldogs started the game tonight 1 for 6. They were 0 for 3 from behind 0 for 7 from behind the three-point line. So when you look at the numbers, all in all, after that slow start, just period from the field, they went a respectable 11 out of 23, and then they made 3 of their last 4 three-point shots.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, it's possible to kind of get the feeling of how hard they're going to play and what kind of ball screen coverages they're going to show you. So you have to be able to counteract that and then offensively play through some physicality. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's just exactly what we're seeing. If you can play through physicality, you know, they're not Wilt Chamberlain underneath, right? You can go up and finish, or you can go and finish through contact and make a tough Division I NCAA tournament basket, but we got to have to show that more. But it goes without saying, the first 5 minutes into the first media is vitally important for us in this game.
L.J. Cryer, 16 points on 6 of 8 shooting, the leading scorer in the game. He was 4 of 6 from behind the three-point line, and he is an aggressive guy shooting the basketball. 19 times this year, he shot 7 or more threes. And he got off to a red-hot start. 4 out of 6 from behind the line. He has 16. Tugler and Roberts each with 6 points. Emmanuel Sharp had 4 in the first half. 2 points for Uzan. And Francis off the bench made a free throw. He was 0 of 3 from the field and had 1 point. So Houston shoots 15 out of 33, just 45.5%. And that after they got off to a 7 out of 15 start from the field. At one point, they were 10 of 22 So they've probably kept it right in that 40 to 45% range for the majority of the game. 4 out of 8 shooting threes for the Cougars, 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Well, we talked about rebounding being important. 19 to 16, plus 3 for Houston. It's a number that you can live with, but what you can't live with is 12-2 advantage in second chance points.
Yeah, and then the 5 offensive rebounds, so those just kill you. And it was the first play of the game. Graham Ike comes out on the short roll and lets the guy get a rebound, put back off the second jump. So it's just something you got to continue to battle with. But, you know, they're so good and so trained at throwing it up there, playing volleyball, and then their guys are really good three-point shooters on the perimeter and spraying it back out and get wide-open shots that way.
Yeah, Cryer got a couple of them that way. 12 second-chance points off of those 5 offensive rebounds for Houston. And the Cougars have a 35-27 halftime lead for the Bulldogs. On a couple of occasions in the first half, the Bulldogs faced a 14-point deficit. The Bulldogs have trailed by 14 once this season. That ties the biggest deficit that they have faced. They were behind St. Mary's by 14, came back to take the lead before ultimately losing that game. But the Zags trying to rally from a 14-point deficit. They've cut it to 8 at halftime. Both teams back on the floor getting ready for the second half. 20 minutes of basketball left here in Wichita. If the Bulldogs can rally, they'll head to Indianapolis to take on the 4-seed Purdue in the Midwest. If not, their season will come to an end. We'll have all the action coming your way right after this. It's Houston 35, Gonzaga 27. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Time you visit Northern Quest, we suggest bringing your sea legs and your lead foot. It's the $100,000 Ben's Voyage giveaway. Play daily with your Camas Rewards card, and you could win a cruise line adventure or a brand new Mercedes GLC 300 with an inline-4 turbo, tax and licensing included. Speeding tickets are on you, though. The Ben's Voyage giveaway, grand prize drawing March 31st. Details at northernquest.com.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
Back in Wichita, where Gonzaga is taking on Houston. The Cougars with an 8-point lead. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you. It's halftime. 90 seconds till we get the second half started, Mo. And the Zags have 20 minutes to get this thing right and keep their season going. What do you want to see?
Well, defensively, we've got to limit L.J. Cryer to 4-6 from downtown, 6 for 8, 16 points. The only really bright spot for Houston offensively. And then, again, I'm going to keep repeating what I said, but we got to shoot the ball well from the perimeter, 3-11 from downtown. Got to be able to punish them, especially if they double team our dribble drag stuff. We got to spray it out, hit some threes. You know what I mean? I'm running out of stuff to say, but it's all the same. You got to knock down shots against a team that likes to double team and take away your guard play. You got to punish it.
Caleb Battle came up a little lame there at the end of the first half while the rest of his teammates were getting up shots. He sat on the bench over there. Just joined the team for their huddle at half court.
He'll be all right.
Caleb got hot there at the end of the first half. Got going a little bit. So we'll see. It'll be Houston basketball to open the second half, I believe. Yes, it will. Both teams huddled around their head coaches for final instructions for the final 20 minutes here in Wichita. The Zags and the Cougars, talk about two teams that have really gotten it done since 2017. Gonzaga is 239 and 38. Houston is 239 and 43 overall.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 239, the most wins for any team in college basketball, and these two teams have done it. Houston dominated the Big 12. They've won it 2 consecutive years since joining it. 32-5 last year, 31-4 right now. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs looking for their 11th win in their last 12 games and their 27th win of the season. It's like starters for both teams going to open up the second half. Nembhard, Hickman, Battle, Huff, and Ike for GU. Uzon, Roberts, Sharp, Tugler, and Cryer for the University of Houston. Sharp will get things started here in the second half. Walks it across half court, underhand flip to Uzan in the right perimeter. He gives it up out top to Roberts. Roberts dribbles to the free throw line. Nowhere to go with it. Back out to Uzan. Uzan dribbling into his right. Passes to Roberts. Roberts, the free throw line, backing down Huff. Right-handed hook is up and in. Lead back to 10. Roberts with a bucket. 30 seconds gone by here in the first half. Ike going to work on Tugler. Takes him right to the rim. Wouldn't go down. Tugler has the rebound. Tough break for Ike. Uzan into the front court. Dribbles to his right. Picks it up. Here is another just crazy shot from Roberts. It looks so awkward coming out of his hand. But it's been effective here tonight. 39-27. First 2 baskets out of the locker room go to Houston. Ike's pass is deflected. He got it back, touches it to Hickman, who misses the three-pointer from in front of the GU bench. Houston with another rebound, and they'll bring it up the floor with Cryer leading the charge. Picks up his dribble, gives it up right side. Roberts head of steam on Ike, backing him down. Trying to body bump him out of the way. Kicks it out to Uzan. Uzan fakes right, drives left, gets around Battle, misses the shot. Ike tips that rebound, and Battle comes away with it. Califf into the front court. The left hand goes to the right, up for the shot. Roberts is whistled for the personal foul. Roberts complaining about it. Just took Califf's right arm off, and left arm for that matter. Just looking at the official saying, I didn't get him. You've got a rake across
his body. It was a great, terrific move. He was going middle with his left hand and then a wraparound behind the back to create the angle. But you're right about Roberts on the other side for Houston. I mean, those things are like bullets coming out of his hand, and he's a great player. We're not saying, but it looks, first time seeing, you're like, oh, that's the shot we want, and he's made like 4 or 5 of them that look like darts, and unfortunately they're going in tonight.
KB 93% at the line this year, makes them both. Cuts it to 39-29. Zags with that three-quarter court pressure. Uzan picks up his dribble over to Cryer. Cryer dribbles it across the timeline. Gives it back to Uzan. Uzan dribbling to his left. Gives it up top of the key for Cryer. Cryer, little pick and roll to Roberts. Another one-hander up. That one's way off the mark, but it's tipped into the backcourt. Like Tugler just swatted it back, and Cryer chased it down. Cougars get another crack at it. They had 12 second chance points in the first half. Uzan with it. Gives it up to Roberts. Roberts backing down Huff. Little hop step. The right-handed hook. Rolls around and drops.
Pretty good defense. I've got to be fair to Braden Huff there. Man.
And Roberts now with 12 points. Here's Huff the other way. Defended by Roberts. Backing him down. Fakes right, spins left, and scores. Ike and Tugler all tangled up. They both tumble to the floor after the basket was made. Braden has 9. Uzan gets a screen from Roberts. Passes back to the big man at the three-point line. Yeah, and he's just going to dribble it right into the paint, spin, and shoot. That one rattles around and drops. 43-31. Roberts with all of the points for Houston here in the second half. There's Huff again going to work on Roberts. Double comes, kick out to Ike. Graham sets and fires. His three is good. 4th made 3 of the game for the Bulldogs.
Playing pretty good offensively. We've got to get a stop. Figure it out.
Cuts the lead to 9. Uzan into the offensive end with the dribble. Waits for a screen from Roberts. Gets it. Back to Roberts, three-point line. Hands it back to the point guard. Suzanne dribbling with his left hand, passes it in the corner. Cryer fakes the three, dribbles to his right, shoots the three. That one wouldn't go down. Ike had his hands on the rebound, knocked away from him by Sharp. Sharp comes away with it, loses it out of bounds, and the official is going to say Gonzaga was last to touch. It's going to stay with Houston.
Got to grab that rebound. We had inside position right there. Great hustle by Sharp from Houston to poke that away. I thought Ike had that. Right, another possession.
Should be Gonzaga basketball. It fell right out of his hands. It's not even close. There wasn't a Zag next to it.
Yep.
Ball boys out to clean up some sweat. More bodies hitting the floor here. Suzanne makes a play call. Arsenault has checked in early here in the second half for Houston. He has the ball off the inbound pass. Hands it off to Uzan in front of the Houston bench. It's a screen from Tugler, dribbling out top. Can't shake free of Battle. 6 seconds to shoot. Driving with the left hand. Flips it out off the glass. It's no good, but Tugler is there for the tip dunk. 45-34 is the score. Another second chance point opportunity converted by Houston. Ike to Nemhard on the left sideline. Back out top to Ike. Graham looking down low. It's not there. Over to Nemhard. Nemhard gets a screen from Ike. Dribbles to his right. Picks it up. To Ike at the three-point line. He's open again and connects again. A broken play, Mo, but it worked.
Yeah, Coach Few wanted him to swing the ball the first time, and he kept it on the same side, but they're going to give him that shot, 2 threes here in the second half.
Uzan has it out top. Hands it off to Cryer. Dribbles to the right wing. Can't shake free of Battle. Hands it off to Sharp for a deep three. He rattles it home, and a foul is called on Nolan Hickman. I'd love to see that again. I think that's
a kick out.
A definite kick out. And a flop for good measure. We're going to get a look at that play again. And Nolan did make a little bit of contact, but he went to the ground immediately. So a couple of threes from Graham Ike, but Sharp knocks one down and has a 4-point opportunity when we come back. 11-point lead for Houston. 48-37 is our score. 15:23 to play. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Every year, the crowds go crazy for the Cal Triple Play of the Day, where you can get tricked out cool trucks or sporty SUVs just in time for winter. And this week, you can delay all payments until next year. Get a minimum $2,000 trade-in value for your old ride, plus get a 2-year service maintenance program with every vehicle sold, which is a triple play opportunity this week at both Cal locations.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCAA.
We're back in Wichita where the 8th-seeded Zags trail number 1 Houston 48-37 with 15:23 to play. Lag West Farm Credit is a financial cooperative that provides financing, crop insurance, and related services to farmers and ranchers across the West. From small family businesses to large operations, Ag West brings the experience and financial know-how to help you grow your best future. Come on, not a bad offensive start to the second half for the Bulldogs, but we've got to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to get some stops.
Or get some rebounds.
Got to slow down Roberts on the short roll. I mean, I know there's some of them look like prayers, but he's obviously worked on that shot, and he's made, 3 or 4 of them here in the second half early. So it'll be interesting to see if we switch up our coverage on him. But in fairness to him, they are well contested, and he's knocking them down. But obviously it's not working defensively for us, so we're going to have to switch it up. But that's just, Graham Ike makes 2 threes. We kind of get some momentum, and then we get a dumb foul by Nolan Hickman trying to close out, and Sharp just takes away the momentum again. That's what trying to paint the picture is. Every time we make some plays, they make one on the other end themselves.
Sharp's free throw is no good, so it'll remain a 48-37 Houston advantage. Battle with the rebound. Passes it away to Nembhard. And Roberts scored the first 8 points of the second half for Houston. Here's Battle now, gives it up to Ike in the paint, and Graham scores. He wanted a foul call, didn't get it, said some of the officials. He headed down the floor. It's an official that we know well, and Gregory Nixon, who didn't appear to like too much what Graham was saying. Well, it's a 48-39 lead for Houston. Here's Cryer with it, gets a big screen from Tugler. Dribble at the top of the key. Off balance, it'll fade away, wouldn't go down. Ike with the rebound. Good challenge by Nembhard. Ike hands it off to Ryan, who's into the front court. Then Greg waits to check in for the Zags. Nembhard picks up the dribble, passes it to Ike between the circles, right back to Nembhard. Nembhard dribbles from the right to the left. Bob's over the top. It's caught down there by Huff. Quick double team comes, and we're going to get a foul on Houston. At Arsenault and Tugler there.
Say, what did I do? It's like, well, you shoved them, but man, they fly around though, right, Huddy? Right when our guys catch it, there's 2 dudes coming right at them right away, and then they full rotate. That's the other part of it, is when you spray it out, they cover a lot of ground on their closeouts.
Substitutions for both teams. Tugler checks out. Francis is back in. Arsenault went back to the bench. Meanwhile, for the Bulldogs, we've got Inocente and Greg checking in for the first time in the second half. Ike with it. Defended by Francis, who's back on the floor for the first time in the second half. Ike spins to his left and scores. Might have gotten away with the travel, but the Zags will take it. It's 48-41.
A beautiful move inside. Multiple pivots. Got to get another stop.
Ike playing well here in the second half, has 14. Here's a drive and a kick left side. Sharp couldn't get up a 3. Trying to shake free of Battle, gets into the paint, had it stripped away by Battle. Caleb thought it was last touched by Sharp, but the official is going to say no, Houston basketball.
Great hands by Battle, though. Got beat on the dribble drive, didn't get up on the play.
Oh, and he's right. That's 2 that they've blown down there. That ball was off his knee.
Yeah.
And it's not even a close call. There wasn't a Gonzaga hand anywhere close. Sharp underneath. He leans into Inocente and gets the bailout call. So, boy, you talk about momentum. The Bulldogs down by 7, should have had the basketball, and instead Sharp is going to head to the free throw line. And that call is, well, I understand when you miss some close ones, but that's 2 now.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That ball went off of Sharp.
I got to see this last foul by Inocente. He's walled up.
He's checking his jaw, too.
He got hit in the mouth on the lead-in by Sharp. And I don't know, man. Some of these guys, I just don't know how they make it past their own reffing federation and get into this tournament when they miss the wall-ups and things like that. And then you talk about 2 possessions we don't get on great defensive plays that are obvious. It's not 2 guys' hands hit at the same time. There's not another blue shirt around them.
No. Both free throws good. Lead back to 9 for Houston. Nembhard between the circles with it. Gives up to Ike. Top of the key. Fakes a handoff. Graham dribbles into a 14-footer. Wouldn't go down. Greg flies in. Taps a rebound out. Ike hands it. Hands it off to Nembhard. He finds Greg. Ben misses the layup. Ball's out of bounds. The officials will say last touch by Ben.
Tough break.
There's another one that the Zags need. They've had 4 or 5 of those today. They haven't been able to finish.
Dang it.
Houston leading by 9 with the basketball. Still 13:30 to play here in Wichita. Give the ball to Roberts, the big man at the three-point line. Head of steam, into the paint, spins, and scores another one.
He's making it. I can't give him grief about it.
Nembhard on the sideline, near side of the floor, gets a screen from Greg. Passes back to Ben on a little pick and roll there. Ben with the one-hander. Well, the easy one he couldn't convert, but finishes a tough angle there. It's 52-43. Uzan between the circles with a dribble. Calls for a screen. Gets it from Roberts. Dribbles to his left. Back to his right. Can't get it to Roberts. Instead passes to Sharp. Sharp gets a screen from Francis. Had it knocked away by Gregg. Got it back. Leans in. He scores. And a foul on GU. Battle will be whistled for the personal.
That split on the side ball screen. Ben Gregg was late on the coverage right there. Credit to Sharp to roll that one over and split, but can't have that.
Actually, you're going to get Graham for it.
Yeah, he was in the center or the restricted area and didn't jump, so it's an automatic. It's minimal contact, but they're taught if you don't jump and you're in this circle, it's automatic. But again, Ben Gregg late on the side ball screen coverage and allows the split and the downhill charge with the dribble drive. It's too late for your split line help to get over from the weak side.
The lead is 55-43. And Nemhard's going to bring the ball up the floor. Dribbles to the right side of the floor. 30 feet from the basket. Continues to dribble. We've got a hole that's going to go against Sharp. This Houston team is physical. It's funny to see the reactions while we talk about it. Every single time they show their frustration when they're whistled for a foul. And
well, they're taught to play like that, and that's not a knock. It's just they probably say, hey, we're all right with a couple of those away from the ball because they knew that was a pin down designed for Battle.
That is his third. They get it into Battle in the corner. The three is good from right in front of the Gonzaga bench. Catch, shoot, and connect for KB. Cuts it to 55-46. Pryor back in there for Sharp, who picked up his third. Uzan gives it up to Roberts. Roberts this time is going to try one from about 10. He missed it. Got the rebound on his own miss. Put back no good, but another offensive rebound. That one went to Tugler. Out to Uzan. Dribbling to his left. Will fire a three and hit it all net. 58-46. Left side in Achente. Nemhard now. Can't shake free of Uzan. Dribbles to his left off the EK screen. Looks down low on the baseline. Ben Gregg can't handle a pass. It's out of his hands and out of bounds. 11 minutes, 41 seconds to play at our basketball game. Houston continues to lead by 12. 58-46 is our score. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Services is proud to sponsor Gonzaga Athletics. When it comes to your home or business, you deserve fast, reliable service, and that's exactly what you'll get. Our team is committed to delivering 5-star service with upfront pricing and free quotes on every job, so there's no surprises. Got a plumbing emergency? Don't wait. Call Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today at 509-954-5273 or visit ShawPlumbingServices.com. We're the Zags' trusted team for reliable service every time.
The crowds go crazy for the Cal Triple Play of the Day, where you can get tricked out cool trucks or sporty SUVs just in time for winter. And this week, you can delay all payments until next year. Get a minimum $2,000 trade-in value for your old ride, plus get a 2-year service maintenance program with every vehicle sold, which is a triple play opportunity this week at both Cal locations.
At Papa Murphy's, dinner's easy and delicious. We make it fresh, scratch-made dough, hand-chopped veggies, so you can bake it at home. Hot, fresh, and perfect every time. Try the Cowboy Pizza tonight for just $12.99. Order now at papamurphys.com. Change the way you pizza. At Papa Murphy's, dinner's easy and delicious. We make it fresh, scratch-made dough, hand-chopped veggies, so you can bake it at home. Hot, fresh, and perfect every time. Try the Cowboy Pizza tonight for just $12.99. Order now at papamurphys.com. Change the way you pizza.
$11 minutes, 41 seconds to play in Wichita. The Zags are hanging around, but they need to get some stops as they trail 58-46 with 11:41 to play in our basketball game. If you're looking for an all-star lineup of sporty all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, make the smart play and head on out to Cal. And we talked about at halftime, Mo, trying to limit those second chance points, and that has not happened. Houston now +8 on the glass. They have 11 offensive rebounds that have led to 19 second chance points. Well, the Bulldogs had a couple of opportunities. They cut it to 48-41. Had the bad call by the officials that led to free throws being shot. They missed an out-of-bounds play when nobody for Gonzaga was close. They got the 2 free throws from Sharp. And then on that last three-pointer from Uzan, with 3 offensive rebounds in that sequence that led to 3 more shots. And that, I think, is the 3rd time that's happened tonight.
Yeah, it's tough when you're, struggling to match their physicality, and then they, kind of have a free run from the perimeter and be able to kind of shove you in the back and play volleyball, but that's what they do, and we knew that going in. So our guys got to figure that situation out. We can't let this lead get back up. But if you look at our numbers offensively, 7 of 11, second half, 3 of 4 from downtown. Just can't get enough stops. Roberts, for them, has been dynamite from that short roll situation.
Houston with the balls. We return to action here off the 7th turnover of the night on Gonzaga. Roberts has it, finds his big teammate Tugler cutting across the paint, and he pushes the lead to 60-46. The Zags trailing again by 14. Happened a couple of times in the first half. Nemar between the circles, gives it up the battle at the top of the key. KB, couple of jabs, now going to work on Williams. He misses the jump shot. Ball is secured by Wilson. He gives it up. And now we've got a whistle. An offensive foul is going to go against Houston. And Kelvin Sampson is screaming at his player, not the official. Looks like that's going to go against Tugler. And they're going to go and look at this to see if potential flagrant foul.
Yeah, no, he's right, though. He's like, why? What's the point? They have the momentum, Houston does, and then he just comes down and hits some guy for no reason.
Well, the officials will go and take a look at it. As Mo mentioned, the Bulldogs offensively here in the second half, they've been good. They're just struggling to stop Houston. And Houston has 4 offensive rebounds here in the second half. They had 12 second chance points at halftime, 7 more here in the second half, leading at 60-47, waiting to get a look at a replay. And now we're going to see it. Oh, yeah, no, that's going to be, that's at least a flagrant 1, but you could argue almost flagrant 2. Watch this, Mo.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a basketball. Sure. That's at least a flagrant 1.
Yeah, he's going to get it. That's a great break from us, obviously, being down 14. Chance to shoot some free throws, get the ball out of bounds, and hopefully score multiple times.
The thing is, if you're Houston, right?
That's what he's screaming at him.
Yeah.
He's like, what is it? He goes, that in the huddle, I could read his lips, like, that's not very smart. Mm-hmm. And there was an expletive in front of the smart.
Mm-hmm.
The
thing is, he went out. Graham's coming down the floor. Yeah. He met him at the high post. He's 14 feet from the basket, and he just ran across and just cracked him.
Yeah.
There's nothing about basketball in that play.
He didn't even try to be crafty about it and get him back.
Keep your arms down and maybe give him a little hip check.
Yeah, no, hip check
stand his way, right?
Hey, I'm flashing to the ball, and you can hit a guy legally that way. So you got to be craftier about it if you're going to try to play physically.
This conversation is going on for a long time, Mo. I wonder if they're trying to decide between flagrant 1 and flagrant 2. The only thing I would say, the contact was not above the shoulders.
No, that's where I think it stays.
It stays a 1.
Yep.
The officials went over and talked to Coach Few, and now they gather again. And we'll see. They do have the microphones here, so the official's going to explain what the call is. But it's a 14-point lead for Houston. It's a flagrant 1 foul on Tugler. So free throws for Graham Ike.
I don't know why you don't get to pick your shooter on that situation for the technical.
Graham's first is good. See if the Bulldogs can maybe find a little momentum here as Graham makes them both. Cuts the lead to 12, and it will be Gonzaga basketball. Tugler has been taken out. No, they're going to keep him in the game. I thought he was out, but there he is. Graham Ike having a big second half. He scored 16. He stands in the corner right here by us on the sideline across from the Bulldogs bench. Ball rolls up the floor. Nemhard picks it up as it gets to half court. The screen from Huff, dribbles to his right, back to Braden on the pick and roll. Braden bobbles, it's on the ground. He's going to be tied up. It'll be Zag ball in alternating possessions. I feel like I've said about 7 times tonight, Mo, the Zags have an opportunity to gain some momentum.
Yeah, no.
And then it just hasn't happened yet.
Simple pass, and Braden doesn't catch it, but there's a little bit in front of him, but it's got to be completed.
Nemhard will inbound on the baseline, far side of the floor. Lobs it out to Ike. Defended by Tugler at the three-point line. Dribbles it once, hands it off to Nemhard. Ryan gets a screen from Huff. Gives it back to Braden. Braden, free throw line. Right side, Innocente back in, shoots the three, and makes it all net. Bulldogs cut the lead to 60-51 on Emmanuel Innocente's first bucket of the game.
Yeah, it's a 5-point swing with that technical. Huge.
10.5 to play. Uzan dribbling left side. Cryer slipped and fell, so he'll wait for his teammate to get up. Out to Tugler. Back to Uzan. Uzan will fire a three off a screen, and we're going to get a foul call. And it's going to go against the Zags, I believe, and that's Tugler. Just like to see replay on that. They're going to call a foul. We are going to get a replay here. He wrapped him up with the left hand, and he didn't need to.
Yeah, there was not, the roll wasn't there.
And that's too bad. It's a missed shot.
It's a missed shot, and we probably secure that rebound and have a chance for momentum.
Uzan flips it out to Roberts between the circles. Big man dribbles it, hands it off to Uzan. Now just inside half court with a dribble. Can't shake free Innocente. Pass deflected by Innocente. He tries to save it, but can't. It'll be Houston ball with 7 seconds to shoot. Innocente providing a spark for the Zags. Houston basketball. You've got an official coming in here, and things are getting a little bit chippy. This time it's, I believe, Nemhard and Cryer. Bulldogs trail by 9 with just over 10 minutes to play. And that's going to be, it's a hold on Nemhard. And Tugler just like to look at that for an illegal screen, honestly, Mo.
Yeah, that's where I think it's getting.
And now Ike is being separated by Nemhard. He was talking to the official, and the entire Bulldog team is trying to say, hey, Graham, we don't need that technical. And now got Tugler in there. The officials just need to separate everybody, and they need to just say, let's stop. I mean, you've got 3 different conversations going on right now, all that could potentially lead to a play that could change the game. Just separate and let's go. There's the inbound to Roberts. Hands it off to Cryer. Back to Roberts. Roberts challenged by Ike. Wouldn't go. And a whistle and a foul on Graham. Oh, boy. Stop me if you heard me say this before, Mo. For all the contact that you let happen, the whistles that you blow, it's perplexing.
I don't know what else he's supposed to do in that situation. He's...
Oh, no.
He's coming from the weak side. You're allowed to wall up and jump.
Gee whiz.
Unbelievable. I mean, honestly, I don't know how that's even possible.
It's Graham's third foul.
And he's out of the center or the charge circle.
Roberts missed the first free throw.
You're allowed to be vertical, and I've said it all year long, and people have listened to our broadcast, and now they call that, and you're exactly right. Your point's perfect. All the contact that's allowed. And then that's the one that they tell you defensively, you're supposed to jump straight up. Terrible.
Roberts taking his time. The second one also no good. Battle has the rebound, knocked away by Wilson. Gonzaga's going to keep it trailing 60-51.
All right, let's see if we can get a possession going. Good offensive set here. Get a good shot on goal.
Nemhard brings it across half court. Gets it up to Ike, three-point line. He's backing down the defender, Francis, who's checked in for Tugler. Pass out to Battle. Jabs right, drives left, goes up for the layup, had it blocked, and Innocente chases down the loose ball. Kick out to Nemhard. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Nemhard picks up his dribble, looks down low. He's got Ike bumped off balance by Roberts, comes up just a little short.
It's a good read by Nemhard there. He had Huff in the corner, and he had a defender split. He froze him with his eyes so he could make that top-down pass.
That's the third on Roberts. Ram to the free throw line.
Yeah,
first one is good. Uses all the rim and drops. Graham had 4 points in the first half. Has 13 in the second as he waits for his second free throw. Has the ball now. And makes it. That cuts the lead to 7. Zag fans in attendance getting on their feet. Uzan to the timeline where he's met by Innocente. It's a couple of screens, can't do anything with him. Picks up his dribble, skips it left side to Wilson. Wilson with the three-point line, out top to Cryer. Cryer goes right side, Uzan. Fakes right, drives left. Pass back to Cryer at the three-point line. He'll shoot and hit another one. Boy, Cryer has been good.
Timely threes all game long.
Nemhard into the front court. Cryer's 5th made three of the game, his first of the second half. Nemhard dribbling to the right wing, picks up his dribble, skips it left side into Chente, touches to Huff, the three-point line, out to Nemhard between the circles. Nemhard calling for a screen, gets it from Huff, goes to his left, back to Braden in the pick and roll, little one-hander, good for Braden.
Good pass out of the double team in the pick and roll, great pass by Nemhard.
63-55 is the Houston advantage as we approach 8.5 to play. Who's in? It's a screen from Roberts, passes back to Roberts. He passes left side. Wilson driving on the baseline, gets underneath the basket and lays it in. Lead back to double digits. Nemhard flies the other way, had it knocked away. Houston comes away with the basketball. Turnover on the Bulldogs. Cryer racing across half court. Innocente body bumps him and is whistled for the personal foul. 8 minutes, 8 seconds to play. Still a 10-point Houston lead. Well, that will get Houston into the bonus here at the 8:08 mark. Sharp checks into the game for Uzan as Cryer steps to the free throw line. Front end is good, and Cryer's going to shoot another. Second one finally on the way in all net. Cryer gets to the 20-point mark yet again this season. It's 67-55 Houston. Nemhard off the Huff screen, dribbles to his right, passes left side, battles wide open. He shoots the three and makes it. 67-58, Houston on top, 7:50 to play.
Got to string together some stops.
KB with 15 now. Wilson dribbling to his left, gets around battle, weaves to the right wing, now retreats. Hands it off to Cryer. Cryer, pull up three from the right side. Man. That's good again. Cryer cannot miss. The lead is back to 12. Timeout called by Coach Few with 7:32 to play. Houston 70, Gonzaga 58. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Services is proud to sponsor Gonzaga Athletics. When it comes to your home or business, you deserve fast, reliable service, and that's exactly what you'll get. Our team is committed to delivering 5-star service with upfront pricing and free quotes on every job, so there's no surprises. Got a plumbing emergency? Don't wait. Call Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today at 509-954-5273 or visit ShawPlumbingServices.com. We're the Zags' trusted team for reliable service every time.
At Western National Insurance, NICE is a little word that does big things for everyone. NICE is a helping hand when you need it most, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the call. For more than a century, we've been protecting individuals, families, and businesses with NICE as our foundation. Experience the power of NICE for yourself. Ask your independent insurance agent for Western National.
Welcome back to Wichita. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here. We have 7 minutes and 32 seconds to play in the second round game in the Midwest region. Top seed Houston leading the 8-seeded Zags 70-58. Gonzaga basketball is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Bulldogs hit 5 of their last 7 shots. The only problem is Houston's gone 5 for 5 in that stretch. The Cougars in the second half, 13 out of 21, Mo, and the Bulldogs are 10 out of 16. I mean, that's normally good enough to win a lot of ball games, but instead you're still down by 12.
Yeah, it's been a really good offensive battle in the second half from both teams, and timely shots from LJ Cryer, 6 of 9 from downtown, 24 points, and then before that, his little flurry, it was Juwan Roberts knocking in a bunch of one-handed runners for them, 16 points. But our guys have responded, like you said, 5 of 6 from three-point line in the second half, 10 of 16 overall, and then 6 of 6 from the free throw line. We just can't find those, 2 or 3 stops in a row to climb into this lead. But still enough time, but it's vitally important. We got to be really good on the defensive end and get some stops.
Bulldogs go to work on offense with Nembhard. Huff comes out to set a screen. Ryan to the right wing. Pass back out to Huff was deflected. Braden came away with it, gave it up to Battle, back to Huff on the left side. He'll skip it right side. Inocente, touch over to Nembhard. Fakes left, drives right, gets a little 10-footer, and connects. Cuts the lead to 10 for Houston. Nembhard's second made field goal of the game. He has 5 to go along with 10 assists. Wilson, one-handed pass right side to Cryer. Cryer gets a screen from Roberts, dribbling out top with it. Back in Nembhard down, spins, it'll fade away. Cryer misses finally, rimmed out, ball batted right into the hands of Braden Huff. Huff away to Nembhard. Ryan going to work on Cryer underneath the basket, denied. Will retreat with a dribble to the near sideline. Pass out to Huff, over the top for Ike. Graham catches, it's going to be a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Francis. I think they'll get him on the ground. They do, that's the 6th team foul on Houston. 6:39 to play. We've got another timeout here in Wichita. Zags with some work to do. 70-60 is the score. Houston on top. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
At Western National Insurance, we're passionate about the power of NICE. That's because NICE isn't just a word. It's our way of doing business. It's about surpassing expectations, bringing kindness and decency to our work, and providing a helping hand when you need it most. And we've been putting NICE first for more than a century. Find out just how powerful NICE can be. Contact your independent insurance agent today and ask for Western National.
Close your eyes and imagine eating surf and turf at the fanciest steakhouse you've ever been to. Smell the beef, the fish, the cheddar sauce. Oh, there's no cheddar sauce at your imaginary steakhouse? Then open your eyes and head to Arby's. Get a beef and cheddar, fish and cheddar, or crispy fish. 2 for just $6.99. It's even better than you ever imagined. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Anyone who works for themselves has the toughest boss on the planet. A real taskmaster with no respect for nights or weekends. Still, it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Wheatland Bank makes running a business seamless with a careful mix of personal service, deep resources, and the latest tech. After all, you're only human. Unlike that bully whose name's on the door, your 5-Star Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back in Wichita, alongside Adam Morrison, Tom Hudson with you. The Bulldogs with 6 minutes and 39 seconds. Trail Houston by 10. It's Zag basketball. More earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in their region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. Individually for the Bulldogs, Graham Ike, 14 of his 18 points have come in the second half. Braden Huff has scored 11. Caleb Battle has 15. And Nemhard with 10 assists. The Bulldogs have been great offensively. 11 out of 17 in the second half, 5 out of 6 shooting threes. Houston in the second half is 13 out of 22. They've hit 4 or 5 from behind the three-point line. 4 players in double figures led by L.J. Cryer. But how about Graham Ike stepping up for the Bulldogs again in the second half and making some plays here. Hopefully there's one more run out of the big fella and his teammates here in the last 6:39.
Yeah, going to need it. He's 2 or 3 from downtown as well, so if they run that double team and he's the flash guy with the 2 bigs, he's going to have that shot presented to himself again. Goes without saying, needs to knock it down.
Nemhard's going to inbound for the Bulldogs. Same 5 out there for GU. Nemhard lobs it into Ike. Ike gives it up to Battle left side. Defended by Wilson over there. Bounce back to Ike. Double team comes. Graham in trouble. Able to bounce it out to Battle. No look pass. Nice play by Uzan, who knocks it away. And then a cheap foul on Innocente as Cryer was running up the floor. He put on the brakes, and Emmanuel ran into him. Couldn't avoid the contact.
The Battle can't throw that pass from below his chin. You have to jump past that. It's a skip with hands in the middle of the paint. He tried to thread the needle. That's got to be a jump pass or a hook pass. It's a little thing, but that's the angle of that ball is not conducive to where the defenders are, and that just kills you right there.
Now Cryer to the free throw line. 6:27 to play as they are in the bonus. Makes the first free throw. Cryer goes 2 for 2. The lead's back to 12. Cryer has 26, 4 off of his season high. Perfect to the free throw line. Nemhard dribbling between the circles for Gonzaga. Defending on the mismatch by the big man. Steps back, fires a 3, and makes it all net. Knocks it down over Roberts.
Big shot again. The story, can we get some stops?
Uzan left side gets a screen from Francis. Doesn't do anything with it. Still dribbling out there. They're calling for the clear. He wants to back down into Chente. Picks it up. We've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Nemhard on the hold. Coach Few telling Ryan, don't grab him. That's a heck of a tough defensive assignment for Ryan chasing Cryer around the floor.
Cryer, he's
scored 26. But now Cryer's got an opportunity to step to the line again.
He's telling him it's at 25, 30 feet, and I get it. It's hard because he's coming off wide pin downs and flare screens, so you've got to get over the top, and you get clipped every once in a while, so the temptation is there to grab him by the hip a little bit as Cryer makes the first of 2. But I'd like to see us maybe go zone for 2 possessions just to see what they do, mix it up a little bit.
Zags have made their last 4 from the field, but Houston has gone 5 of 6, and they've been perfect to the free throw line thanks to Cryer here over the last couple possessions. 11-point lead, 74-63. Nemhard again defended by the big Roberts. Ryan looking to shake him down, gets to the free throw line, dribbles between his legs. Beautiful pass for Ike. Ike goes up for the shot and scores. Boy, Wilson grabbed him by the back as he was falling down trying to keep the shot from getting up. Graham still finishes. It's 74-65. 5:25 to play. Graham has 20. Cryer gives it up in the far corner. It's Wilson over there. Pass back out to Cryer between the circles. Cryer defended by Nemhard. Pulls up, shoots the 3. It's off the back iron. Rebound chased down by Innocente at the top of the key. Gives it away to Nembhard. Bulldogs trail 74-65. Have 5 minutes to play here in Wichita. Ryan dribbles to his right, the double team. He throws a dangerous pass, just kind of up for grabs. Braden Huff wasn't looking for it, and it's stolen by
That's a tough one.
Houston.
It's too long of a pass.
Uzan with it. Uses a Roberts screen, dribbles to his right, passes back to the big man. Backing down Ike. He almost lost control. Boy, two big fellas, a lot of contact, and Roberts spins and throws the hook in. And Coach Pugh is going to call a 30-second timeout. 76-65 is our score with 4:28 to play. And Houston continues to lead as they have throughout this basketball game. This timeout called by Coach Pugh is going to extend into our final official timeout, so we're going to take it as well. Again, 76-65, Houston by 11, 4:28 on the clock. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
The next time you visit Northern Quest, we suggest bringing your sea legs and your lead foot. It's the $100,000 Benz Voyage giveaway. Play daily with your Camas Rewards card, and you could win a cruise line adventure. Or a brand new Mercedes GLC 300 with an inline-4 turbo. Tax and licensing included. Speeding tickets are on you, though. The Benz Voyage giveaway. Grand prize drawing March 31st. Details at northernquest.com.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCAA.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Four minutes and 28 seconds left for Gonzaga to make up an 11-point deficit, 76-65. Houston on top. The top-seeded Cougars have not trailed in this basketball game. Their biggest lead has been 14. Zags have had their opportunities here, just have not been able to capitalize and more. I think that's going to be the story of the night if the Zags can't rally here. But if they are going to rally, what are you looking for offensively? Obviously, you have to get moving pretty quickly and then find a couple of stops here on defense.
Yeah, I think it's stops. Obviously, we're in the bonus, so you want to see if you can dribble, drive, and put some pressure on them at the rim, put the onus on the officials. But I mean, both clubs are shooting the heck out of it in the second half. 13 and 19 for us, 6 and 7 for downtown. So I think, obviously, you still got to attack offensively, but it matters most. It goes without saying, you have to get stops, secure defensive rebounds, and then score on a high clip on the other end.
Gonzaga has the basketball. Coming out of the timeout, trailing 76-65. Ryan bounced it in the front court and turns it over. Well, he came across half court and picked up his dribble, Mo, and just was off balance and threw a weak pass. It was stolen. Uzan picks up his dribble at the free throw line, flips it back out to Cryer. Over Uzan again. Cougars content running some clock. Uzan with a three over Innocente. Popped out. Wilson grabs a rebound. He fell to the ground and lost it, but the ball rolls right out to Cryer. Coach Few tells the Zags, let's play defense. We're not going to start fouling yet with under 4 to play, trailing by 11. Cryer driving. underneath the basket. Passes in the far corner to Wilson. Wilson penetrates to the left hand. Little fadeaway from 10 as the shot clock expires. Is no good. Inocente comes away with a rebound. Gets it away to Nembhard. 3.5 to go. Zags have work to do, down by 11. Nembhard gives it up to Ike, top of the key, back to the basket. Facing up on Francis. Dribbles once, hands it off to Battle. Back to Ike, into the paint. Fakes to his left, to his right, back to his left. Wilson knocks it away from him and out of bounds. Boy, we had Braden Huff over there at the three-point line, Mo.
Parked out there. I get it. Maybe they thought it was a recovery guy on a rotation coming, but that was probably a kick-out pass.
Nembhard gets it in the far corner to Battle. Battle defended by Wilson. Steps back, shoots a three. That one wouldn't go down. Rebound is won by Houston. Francis comes away with it. Zags running out of time with 3 minutes to play. Uzan across half court, and Kelvin Sampson wants a timeout. 2 minutes, 56 seconds to play. Houston with the basketball and an 11-point lead. This timeout's going to extend to a full timeout, so let's take this one as well. 2:56 to play. Houston 76, Zags 65. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Every year, the crowds go crazy for the Cal Triple Play of the Day, where you can get tricked-out cool trucks or sporty SUVs just in time for winter. And this week, you can delay all payments until next year. Get a minimum $2,000 trade-in value for your old ride, plus get a 2-year service maintenance program with every vehicle sold, which is a triple play opportunity this week at both Cal locations.
At Papa Murphy's, dinner's easy and delicious. We make it fresh, scratch-made dough, hand-chopped veggies, so you can bake it at home. Hot, fresh, and perfect every time. Try the Cowboy Pizza tonight for just $12.99. Order now at papamurphys.com. Change the way you pizza. At Papa Murphy's, dinner's easy and delicious. We make it fresh, scratch-made dough, hand-chopped veggies, so you can bake it at home. Hot, fresh, and perfect every time. Try the Cowboy Pizza tonight for just $12.99. Order now at papamurphys.com. Change the way you pizza.
Back in Wichita, the Zags trail by 11 with 2:56 to play. At First Interstate, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. Now, Mike Ajayi is going to check in for the Bulldogs. He'll replace Braden Huff out there with Inocente, Nembhard, Battle, and Ike. Uzan inbound far sideline. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 2:56 to play. Pass in the backcourt to Sharp, who's returned. Sharp gives it up to Uzan. Uzan across half court with a dribble. Zags going to try to trap him. They do. He gets it away to Sharp, though. Sharp now trapped. He looked like maybe he stepped in the backcourt, and it's going to be an over and back call on Houston, so the Zags get the ball, and Braden Huff's going to check back in, so Mike Ajayi comes in and helps force a turnover.
Like that call by Coach Few. Going to a 1-2-2 or 1-3-1, excuse me, to create that trap situation out of the timeout.
Inocente is going to inbound on the sideline here in front of us. Passes in the backcourt to Nembhard. Nembhard gives it up to Ike, three-point line right side. Fakes the three. Now backing down Francis. Here comes a double team. Graham in trouble and calls a timeout. Not one the Zags needed to use at the 2:33 mark. Yeah. Mo, you wanted one after a make.
Yep.
But also, that being said, Graham needs to call. It's 8 seconds on the shot clock, which shouldn't be right, should it? You force a turnover. Was that a 22-second? Only 11 seconds went on. We were at 2:45, so the shot clock was set wrong, Mo. It was at 2:45 on the turnover. I glanced up and looked at it, and they've got it down at 8. So only 12 seconds went off. So, yeah, the shot clock is wrong. Right? It should set to 30 seconds. It was a turnover.
Well, if it's a side out on your side, maybe it resets to 20. I'm not sure.
I thought it was just a straight. Yeah, I thought it was a straight turnover.
That's the only way I would make sense.
It's change of possession.
That's what I figured too as well. But that's the only logical reason why.
timeout continues, and we are going to stay here. The Zags absolutely, positively need a score, and they need some stops. And it needs to happen in a hurry. Houston has led throughout. The Bulldogs cut it to 7 here in the second half, but the Cougars have not let the Zags make any kind of a sustained run. Vicente passing the backcourt to Nembhard. Nembhard dribbling to his left. Body bumped by Francis, and Francis is whistled for the personal. That is the 17th foul committed by Houston, so Nembhard steps to the free throw line. Nembhard to the line. Ryan with 11 assists. That is a new building record here in Wichita. The first free throw is good. Exactly 2.5 minutes to play. Ryan makes them both. Single digit lead, 76-67. Well, Sharp is going to check in for Francis. Uzan will bring the ball up the floor. Ajayi going to pressure him from half court. Cryer into the front court with a dribble. Trap him. He's able to bounce it away to Uzan just inside of half court. Dribbles away from Battle, who came over to try to double team. Gets to Wilson. Wilson passes in the corner. Sharp fires a three. It's off the mark. Battle rebounds for the Bulldogs. KB on the run. Zags trail by 9 with 2:07 to play. KB on the drive. Pull-up jumper is no good. Ike fighting for the rebound and is going to stay here. The foul is going to go against, I believe, Wilson. And Graham Ike it is. Graham Ike is going to step to the free throw line.
Goes without saying, got to knock these free throws down. I like the half-court trap that we're imploring. It sped them up a little bit. Got the ball out of Cryer's hands and Roberts.
Graham's first is good, and he'll shoot one more. Second on the way for the lefty. That one rattles home, and the Bulldogs cut it to 76-69. 2 minutes to play. Ajayi out top of that pressure defense from Gonzaga. There's a pass to Cryer. Dribbles it across half court. Bounce back to Uzan. To Sharp. Back to Uzan at 40 feet. For Cryer just inside of half court. Cryer pressured. Passes to Roberts. Out to Uzan. Shot clock down to 10. Uzan defended by Ajayi. Little crossover dribble, drives, misses. Ball is tipped by Ike, controlled by Battle. Battle quickly to Nembhard. Bulldogs trail 76-69, 90 seconds to play. Nembhard cut off by Cryer on his drive, retreats with the dribble. Bounces it back right side. Ike at the three-point line, fakes the three, spinning and trying to go to work on Roberts. Gets up a shot, finishes, and he's fouled. Ike headed to the free throw line.
Big time shot. Chance for a three-point play. Gonzaga within 5. Again, that 1-3-1 half-court trap has really bothered Houston. Now the question is, do we stay in the trap? We don't need to foul yet. So hopefully we can get another stop.
Graham's free throw is good. That cuts the lead to 76-72. 1:15 to play. Ike has 25 points. His 14th 20-point game of the season. Uzan, boy, they almost turned it over. Had to save it from going out of bounds with one hand and then immediately calls a timeout. Coach Few with a big smile on his face, firing up his team with 1:10 to play. The Zags have cut what has been a 14-point deficit to 4. It's 76-72. Again, Ike's been fantastic here in the second half. 21 of his 25 have come since intermission. Battle has 15. Nemhard, another double-double. 10 points to go along with his 11 assists. The horn sounds, and Mo, when you look at it now, what do you do if you're Coach Few? Still a two-possession game with 1:10 to play.
I think you stay in the same defensive situation, but I think Braden Huff is back in the game, so that tells me that they're going away from the same 1-2 or 1-3-1. So probably go 5, half-court man. Do not foul, obviously. And then offensively, nope, they're going to keep Ajayi in. Okay, so they're going to probably stay in the 1-3-1. I like the call. It's really messed up Houston for this, minute and a half, but it just speeds them up and it gets that out of Cryer's hands and Roberts, and it makes other players that are not used to having pressure situations make shots.
Uzan will inbound from the far sideline. 21 seconds on the shot clock, 1:10 to play. Cougars lead 76-72. Pass in the backcourt to Sharp. Sharp gives it back to Uzan. Uzan picks up his dribble, throws a dangerous pass. Ike tips it. It's off of Houston. Oh, no. Let's see. They're going to review it. The official said that way and then the other way. Mo, I think Graham touched it, and then the Houston player, I don't know if it was Wilson. I think it was maybe Wilson, deflected it out of bounds. So the Zags, the free timeout here while the officials go and look at the monitor, and we're going to see the replay right now.
Off Graham.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay, good call. Still
take a look at it again from this angle. I think you're right, Mo.
Yep.
Just barely.
Maybe we get lucky and they say maybe
a
that
slight deflection. Angle is a little bit different, but I think you're right, Mo. And
just initial reaction to it. Look, here's the best angle right here. Yeah. Let's see. Deflect.
Did Graham turn it there? That's a close call.
Right, let's see. It's the old, though, that I have indisputable evidence
exactly,
to overturn
right.
the call. So initial went to Houston ball, but they still only have 13 seconds left in the shot clock, 1:01 left in the game. So either way, obviously you want to win this possession call, but you still have an opportunity to get a stop and then make it really, really, really interesting for Houston.
Now Houston back on the floor while the officials continue to look at it. Meanwhile, Coach Few has the Zags huddled around. And now Kelvin Sampson will call his guys back over. Uzan is out there. Francis is on the floor. I think Roberts for the Cougars as well. Can't see the two other guys as the officials continue to review that out-of-bounds play. So close. Boy, from our angle here on the sideline, looked like maybe Graham touched it off of Wilson, but I think Mo's right. I think that it is going to stay Cougar basketball. So it's Cryer, Uzan, Francis, Wilson, and Roberts for Houston. And the review continues. The winner of this one is headed to Indianapolis on Friday to play against Purdue. Fourth-seeded Boilermakers in the Midwest ended McNeese State's season today. And it is going to stay with Houston.
Fair play.
Same five come out of the Zags huddle. Cougars will inbound on the near sideline with 13 seconds to shoot. And one official is still over there. I don't know if they're making sure the clock is right. I'm sure that's what they're doing.
Yeah, just got to make sure the clock is in the right configuration.
Zags trailing by 4. They've been down by 14 on 3 occasions, twice in the second half, once here in the second. 1:02 on the clock. And it is going to be Houston basketball. Inbounding will be Uzan. He's on the near sideline. The Zags will not defend the inbound pass. Pass in the backcourt to Cryer. Cryer dribbles in the front court, bounces back to Uzan. Uzan trapped. Passes to Roberts, top of the key. Back out to Cryer. Cryer, step back three. Misses. Rebound goes to Wilson. Stripped away, but a foul. Oh, the Bulldogs had their chance. They made the defensive stand, but Wilson is going to head to the free throw line. The foul goes against Graham Ike.
That's the problem with that defensive formation is 3 of your players are out above the free throw line extended, and Caleb Battle got caught watching on the weak side, and Wilson had a free run at it to get that rebound.
Wilson to the line with 51 seconds to play. The first one won't go down. Braden Huff's going to check in for Mike Ajayi. 51 seconds to play. Wilson's second is good. He goes 1 out of 2. 77-72. Zags with the basketball. Nemhard quickly into the front court with it. The screen from Ike. Picks it up. Bounces it to Graham at the three-point line. Fakes the three. Back in Francis down. Spins to his right. Shot fake. Shot up. A whistle and a foul. "12 seconds run off the clock as Graham gets ready to step to the free throw line.
Situation. If he makes both, there's an 8-second differential on the game and shot, and you could be theoretically down 3. Don't have to foul. Big free throws coming up.
Ike to the line. Graham's first is good. Ajayi back in for Huff.
Whoa.
Oh, jeez. The official on a substitution stepped in front. The official with the ball bounced it to Graham, and they allowed Houston to get a substitution. They cut right in front of him. Doesn't bother him. It's all net. 77-74. Gonzaga trailing by 3. Inbound to Cryer. As Mo mentioned, about 9 seconds difference. Shot clock to game clock. So GU's going to play it out defensively. Cryer bounces it to Uzan. He's in the back court. Trapped. Able to get it away to Cryer. Cryer to Uzan again. Uzan in trouble. Uzan being hounded. Stripped away by Battle, and then he's fouled. Uzan grabbed him. Nemhard's asking for an intentional, and I think he might have a point there, Mo. Let's see if they take a look at it.
I'm not going to look at it, but he's right.
And the officials, let's see if they get together or not. We didn't. Let's see if we get another replay, Mo. I was looking at what was going on in the court. Let's see. They didn't show a second replay. I would like to see that. When Battle started to break out and Uzan was on the ground and fouled him. I don't know. It looked like to me maybe he grabbed him. There were so many bodies in the way. I don't know that for sure. But Caleb Battle is going to shoot 2 free throws. The Bulldogs trailing 77-74. KB's first is all net. Ben Gregg is going to check into the game for the Bulldogs. Gregg is in for Ike. Gonzaga is going to go small. Second free throw is good. The Zags have cut the lead to 77-76.
Here we go.
It's the closest they've been since we opened this basketball game, and Houston scored on its first possession. Ajayi will defend the inbound pass. Uzan has it from the official. Running the baseline, gets it in, and the Bulldogs looking to foul. And now they will. Ben Gregg gets Cryer as 7 seconds run off the clock. Well, it was weird. It looked like they were trying to foul at first, Mo, and then maybe trying to get that call.
Trap. I think they were trying to go maybe with a 10 seconds. So when they inbounded at 21.
Yep.
So we had 3 more seconds. So, yeah, that's probably the right decision because Cryer was, 2 feet away from half court.
Yep.
But in theory, we're going to have a chance to tie this ball game with a shot. So let's see if Cryer can step up and knocks these down from a Houston standpoint. It's big-time free throws.
Pryor at the line. No one in to rebound for Houston. The 4 other Cougars over to talk with Kelvin Sampson. Meanwhile, Ike and Huff, Nolan Hickman wait to check in for GU. Pryor's going to shoot 2. The first one is good. Ajayi, Gregg, and Innocente to the bench. Huff, Ike, and Hickman back in. Sharp checks out. Wilson is back in for Houston. Pryor gets ready for his second. That one is also good. 79-76, 14 seconds to play. Inbound to Nembhard. Ryan brings it up the floor, lobs it in the front court to Ike. Ike trying to hand it off the battle, poked away. Califf got it back, almost dribbled it out of bounds off his leg, goes up for the shot. Houston blocks it, and we've got a foul on the Zags. 2 seconds left. Boy, Houston just came and trapped the Bulldogs on this near sideline. And the Zags couldn't get up a shot.
Our sideline OB or sideline dribble handoff play kind of pegged. Dang it.
Well, Houston blew that up. Battle almost dribbled it off his leg out of bounds, got it back, and just went up for a shot, but didn't really have the ball in his hands. And didn't get it up on goal.
He had 4.5 seconds.
So Uzan to the free throw line. First free throw is good, and that should seal it for Houston. Makes them both. 81-76, Huff inbounds to Hickman. Nolan will let one fly from 60. It comes up short. And Houston ends the Bulldogs' Sweet 16 streak at 9. Gonzaga made a valiant, courageous effort here in the closing minutes. The Bulldogs trailed 76-65 with 4 minutes to play. They cut it to a 1-possession game. They were down 77-76, but they couldn't get over the top. Top seed in the Midwest advances. The Zag season comes to an end. We're going to take a break. We're back in Wichita after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
At Western National Insurance, NICE is a little word that does big things for everyone. NICE is a helping hand when you need it most, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the call. For more than a century, we've been protecting individuals, families,